because he hates the city. Everyone hates the city except for
Weirdos like living in the city. I could never.
You don't know what
I could
city
never
this
live in the
is.
city. It doesn't matter. This could be. Oh, I was trying to. No, I wasn't going to give a real city. I was trying to think of Batman, and I couldn't think of the city. Gotham. This could be Gotham City. The way it might as well be, right? It doesn't matter. I feel like I don't want a city. I don't want to live in a city.
I think Batman would have figured this out.
Well, yeah, he would have gone into his like little night vision mode, and then he would have found the thing behind the fridge like immediately. And
I don't think he would have gotten his wife's head cut off, though.
He doesn't have a wife. It would have been. They would have tried to get.
Well, I don't
Alfred,
think he would have figured out. I don't think
and then
he would
Alfred
have
would have
shouted
shot
down
him.
to the.
So
I don't think he would have shouted down to the Riddler, "My name is Bruce Wayne,"
right,
with a lie or something like a jackass, giving away.
Well,
his
if he was dressed as Bruce Wayne, yes. If he was dressed as Batman, no. He probably would have just punched him in the face or something.
This could have been a Batman movie.
It could have been a Batman movie.
It kind of is.
It could have.
Morgan Freeman. It could be playing Lucius Fox.
There it is.
That's all I'm saying. All right, Rachel. Of the sins, which one would you be killed for? Gluttony, greed, sloth, envy, wrath, pride, and lust.
I feel like I'd have to go with either. Oh my god, I don't know. We could probably go with a bit because they go like with the gross gluttony. I don't want to go with gross gluttony. Like if it was like gluttony of like too much, like drowning yourself and everything around, like your stuff. Like how about that could be like yarn and things. Just I could do that.
Sure. Yeah, it's gluttonous.
I'll go pride.
We'll
go with my
pride. Face cut off and everything.
I feel like that just.
You have to take those pills at the end of it.
At the same time, though, I feel like that's just not me either. I don't know the way that they're represented in this. I'm like, no.
Well, that's
maybe envy. Go envy. I'll be envy. That's fine.
Okay, that's Rachel's final.
Yeah.
Answer.
What about you?
All of them.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Speaking of all the 7 deadly sins, I am Kevin.
And I'm Rachel?
And this is Shelf Life, a podcast hosted by a brother and sister team that go through all things pop culture, no matter the genre or art form, determine whether or not the subject at hand belongs on your shelf. Rachel, we're on volume 7 of Shelf Life. This is episode 7 of volume 7.
And it's about... The subject is...
What is
7.
up for contention? No.
Oh,
Shut up. Let me do my gimmick. See? I don't know which one of those this is, but now I committed one of these.
Wrath.
Pride, I guess.
Wrath.
And pride.
Anger. And your pride was hurt. Yeah, fine. Whatever.
What is up for contention on this 7th episode of the 7th volume of Shelf Life?
We will be talking about 1995's Se7en.
Yes. How creative of us to be like all of our 7 stuff in volume 7, like the 7 Kingdoms, Harry Potter's 7 obsession, the number 7. So,
I mean, even the title has this number 7 in it.
It has the number 7 in it.
So
yes.
it says 7 and it's the number 7.
It's spelled wrong. It's actually Se7en is the
Yeah.
title of this movie.
Se7en.
Se7en. Yes.
Yeah.
Se7en.
We're talking about 1995 Se7en.
Okay. I mean, the actual poster has the V, but it's not like a 7. I get that you can turn it and it's sort of a V, but it's more like a check mark. It's not a V.
Yeah, it would be more of a check mark. Yeah.
It's like a check mark.
Yeah. Where would you have put it then?
So,
at the beginning?
What? The number?
Like remove the S
no,
and make it an S.
I'm fine with where it is. It's just it's a stylistic touch that is not needed. That's all I'm saying.
It's an unnecessary. Okay, well, our first ding to 7 here. Here it is.
I do like that, spoiler alerts, the IMDb page does have the 7 because that's the appropriate title of the film.
That's correct.
But the Rotten Tomatoes, the does Letterboxd Letterboxd has the 7, but Rotten Tomatoes, Wikipedia, the internet in general, the letter V is in there instead.
It's rude.
It's not. It's just not right. But they are going with the theatrical poster, which has the V in it. So who knows? Anyway, yes, 1995's David Fincher film 7, another lighthearted romp we're covering here.
Oh, lighthearted, yeah, definitely. That's how I would describe it.
This volume,
but that's what makes it fun. Is that it's all about magic, mayhem, and murder. All right,
that's right. And you get at least
number 7,
one of those. And the number 7, and you get at least 2 of those in this.
That's right. Exactly.
I think mayhem might count.
No, mayhem counts.
I think you may get some mayhem.
Mayhem counts.
You definitely get murder. You definitely get mayhem. You definitely get the number 7. And it's possible that one of them was magical. I don't know.
You never know. It's always a possibility. Maybe somebody's a magician.
Maybe one of them.
It's not literal magic.
A magician.
It's all sleight of hand.
Rachel.
Yes.
7.
Yes.
What is 7 about?
7 is about detectives trying to find a serial killer who is thematically killing his victims with the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There you go.
Well, and it's
a noir.
It's about the cops trying to find him.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. That's literally how I started
it. I thought you just said it's a serial killer.
I literally started it as detectives trying to find a serial killer.
Yeah, a crime thriller, a noir, a detective
thriller
film. Yeah. What is your history with 7? Have you seen this before? Do you remember anything about your how many times you've seen it? It being a nostalgia fave, anything like that?
I've definitely seen it before. I don't know if I specifically remember when I've watched it. I know it was a long time ago, and I've always been into true crime, just like listening to, different true crime stuff and like watching documentaries and all of that kind of thing. So a lot of the times when I would listen to those, they would bring up 7 as well, kind of compare things to. So I don't really remember exactly when I watched it, but I do remember a lot of the beats. I remember the main beats of the movie and everything like that. I don't know if I can't really say I've had nostalgia for it, but it's just one that I do remember.
I mean, it's memorable.
Yeah.
And is it considered a classic? I would think so. I told you it is ranked 20th at the time of this recording on IMDb's top 250. Which
I feel like it's highly
ridiculously
rated, especially for like the true crime quote unquote community.
As like a as like a crime thriller type detective noir type movie, it's definitely highly rated. It's a David Fincher movie, and he has made some great movies, in my opinion, over the years. That ending, I think, in particular, has elevated it to a cultural status where people know that ending.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Like specific
very specific
parts of
thing.
it where it's like that has just lasted forever. Even if you have never seen it, you've seen what's in the box. Well, what's in the box is known. It's just culturally known.
We talked about this. My husband and I watched it, and you asked if it was his first time watching it, and I asked my husband, I was like, do you know what's in the box? And he said yes, and I was like, that's what this is from. So he actually also knew that without actually having seen the movie.
It's interesting because of the fact that that's what it's remembered for, and like has become memed, because in the movie, I mean, I guess you just never know what's going to be memed, because like I'm glad that they didn't like intend it for that, because you would never think that when you're in the moment, in the emotions of that scene. But you could also see how the internet could like fuck around with it.
Well, yeah, because when you pay attention to them, you're just like, okay, it's funnier. Yeah.
I don't recall when I first saw this, but I had a friend. I have a friend still growing up. I don't know if he still likes all of these, but he went through this phase. Let me know if you're listening. But he went through this phase where he really got into all of these like crime, cop thriller, procedural movies.
Yeah.
Like the Alex Cross ones, like Along Came a Spider, all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Was heavily into those. And I remember watching a lot of those with him, of course. And I remember watching this one with my friends. I want to say when we were in high school.
Okay.
That's like my memory of it. Like you said, Rachel, I don't know. That might have been the first and only time I've seen it. I feel like I've seen it or parts of it more recently or over the years.
Sure.
But that's like probably when I first saw it or like what I remember. And looking or watching it back, there was definitely stuff that wasn't the same as my memory of it. Like I told you, like I thought it was a little gorier. I thought that all the victims were more fucked up. Like they were fucked up.
Oh yeah.
But I thought that we saw like
You saw it
some
more like it sits on
fucked
it.
up stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually probably speaks to one, the effectiveness of the direction, and two, the where you're at in your life, like brain wise, watching something and like what imprints on you.
Sure.
Because like you could just say like, hey, that's just because your brain filled in the gaps and
Right.
you like remember things like way
Absolutely.
more vividly or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a regular rewatch.
No,
for
I
me.
wouldn't say that for me either. No.
This is a David Fincher film, like I said, and he has movies, Rachel, that we will cover that I will fight with you to try to make main events. They might not be for both of us, but I'll probably fight with you for that. He's got a good filmography under his belt. So we'll definitely be covering a lot of
there's
his films.
definitely some interesting ones in there. Yes, absolutely.
He has a specific style.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember there's an episode of Community that tries to do David Fincher style. A lot of that has to do with the color grading and all that kind of shit. The way that it's filmed.
The ways that
set.
things move. Yeah.
And that part of that is the noir structure that, or like that style that he set up here. But like you can tell, I don't remember all the techniques that they said that they used when I listened to a lot of the background stuff. Like they took like the silver, put the silver back into the film or took it out or something like that.
Interesting.
It was all these things to try to make it so that the shadows were super heavy and that they didn't have to light any of the scenes like you would have to light a movie because of what they did with the cameras. So there's a lot of like the
Very
library
technical.
scene.
Yeah.
Like all of that kind of technicality stuff. I'm sure that it's like super, super interesting for people that know what they're doing with the cameras in the movies because it's just a lot of that kind of action took place to be able to make it have the look that it does, which is very, very distinguished look
Yes.
to it. That's very purposeful. I think David Fincher does all of that kind of looks on purpose. And he carries it over in Fight Club and Zodiac and even Social Network.
Even Gone Girl
has that
like
look.
you were saying.
Gone Girl
Oh my
has that
God,
look.
yeah.
Girl with Dragon Tattoo has that look. It is very specific to his style.
Yep.
Which I like. I like when directors have a style but can do different stories with it. It's fun when there's
absolutely.
It's like an artist. It's like
Yes.
a painting that way.
It's a painting, or it's an artist showing their style, but showing it in different ways.
It's a different kind of cynicism. It's a different kind of nihilisticness because this is almost like humanity sucks.
Yes.
But we can't be apathetic towards it. Is the
Right.
story?
Yes.
And that's kind of every
There it is in a
David
nutshell.
Fincher. That's kind of every David Fincher story.
Yeah.
Compared to the cynicism of like John Carpenter. When I told you like I think John Carpenter is one of my favorite directors as far as like style and stuff goes.
Mm-hmm.
David Fincher's up there too because of the style and everything to it. Even if a lot of the David Fincher movies aren't like my top shelf movies.
Right.
I don't think there's a bad one in the bunch except for maybe Benjamin Button, and I don't know why the fuck that's part of it. But
How did you get roped into
in
Benjamin
general,
Button?
Yeah, like what happened there? David Fincher was a commercial and music video director.
That's even
And he was
weirder.
part of, like-
okay.
So he was a part of a group of other directors that were doing commercials and music videos. So that was his craft and trade. He did a bunch of PSAs and he did music videos, and he wanted to try directing a movie, and he got hired to direct Alien 3. Mm-hmm. And he hated it.
Oh.
He said it was like the worst because he had to deal with the studio, he had to deal with the budget, he had to deal with like all this stuff. So he was like, I don't want to even fucking deal with that. Like I'll just go back to doing what I liked and was good at and do. But I've never watched Alien 3.
I don't remember.
I know that people
if
don't
I
like
have.
it, but some of these studios were sending him scripts to try to do another movie. Give him another like chance, probably at like a lower budget than Alien 3 was or whatever. It's kind, It's that kind of thing. It's the same thing that Hollywood does now, where they get an up and coming director with style or an indie director that has something to say, and then they're like, here's fucking Eternals, figure it out. Here's $200 million, instead of like understanding that you can't just throw any director at any project. You need someone that either has a passion or a voice or something. You know, if you really wanted to, a guy that had a script. His name, who wrote the movie, is called Andrew. His name's Andrew Kevin Walker. I think most of his career is writing scripts that Hollywood is like, Jesus Christ, this is so fucking dark. How are we ever going to get this made? So they would always he'd fight with them about altering the scripts. I watched a couple of videos, one on I think Cineflix, where they were talking about Seven and particularly the ending, because I wanted to hear them talking about like the technical aspects of the ending. But they talked about some of like how it became. So really go watch that video and just skip to the walkthrough. But the studio came back to Walker and said, we don't like the ending. It's way too fucking bleak.
Oh.
Here's 4 different options that you could do instead. So the 4 different, I will not remember all of them.
Okay, yeah.
But one of them was that they catch him earlier, and that the ending is a chase to save Tracy.
Sure.
One of them was that it's the dog's head in the box, which I always heard was like a theory that people had, but it's probably because of this.
Yeah, I remember that too, actually.
Oh, I gotta look up what the other ones were now, don't I?
Yep. Yes, you do. Because now I need to know.
One was that Morgan Freeman's character would shoot John Doe.
Okay.
So that Mills didn't throw his life away.
Fair.
And then another one was very Han shot first, so that Doe kills Pitt, and then Morgan Freeman kills Doe. I don't know how John Doe would get a weapon
in order to get the weapon. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Whatever. And they had sent the wrong script to Fincher, probably because he wasn't the first choice to direct or anything. No one was supposed to be the first of anything. This was supposed to be a completely different of actors, a different director, a different cinematographer. Everything was supposed to be different. But David Fincher liked the script because it's nihilistic and cynical and, apathetic. And Brad Pitt was attached to do it, and they wanted to change the ending. And I told Fincher they wanted to change the ending, and Fincher was like, "But I like this ending." And he actually he got lucked out because Brad Pitt was like, "If you change that ending, I walk."
Ooh,
so
Brad Pitt, there's a way to do it. He fought with him.
Yeah, so Brad Pitt was like,
ending.
"No, that's the ending. That's the ending. That's what it needs to be." I think test audiences had some issues with it, but it came out to kind of
because people don't want a bad ending.
Especially then.
It makes you sad.
Yeah, I always think that having a bold ending like that, where it's a sad ending, because they always say, "Oh, the Hollywood ending," and it's like, well, that's still true, but it's kind of not true. Like there's plenty of examples where the heroes lose, and I mean this is an obvious example for that.
Right.
Eventually, it definitely found its audience, and now it's considered by a lot of people to be like this masterpiece of the detective genre. Although it's no Batman, but it could have been a Batman.
It could have been a Batman.
Could easily see Batman having to kill.
I could absolutely see this happening.
To find the 7 deadly sins killer. Like
or there's each 7 henchman, bad guys that are killing as the 7 deadly sins.
They call themselves the deadly
7...
sins.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the deadly sins. I need to kill them before I need to kill them. I need to stop them before they kill again. And then, the head of those, "Oh, hello, Batman. Do you think that you can stop us because your sin is pride or whatever?" And then,
I mean, if you
I could see fucking Kevin Spacey being in charge of that gang.
The thing is if you look at the DC villains, they kind of are the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, sure.
So it kind of works that way.
Sure.
Yeah. And I want to write
Think
a
about
paper.
it.
I'm going to write a paper. I feel like I'm onto something.
Rachel's going to go make a 3-hour YouTube video to break all of this down, and she's going to do it in a very monotonous voice, like she's reading from a script the entire time. While she's going to go take the time to do that, we'll take a break. Is there anything else, Rachel, that you would like to discuss before we hit the break?
I guess we'll find out what's in the box, who's going to die, we're going to have to discuss each sin and the person it's attached to. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a wild ride.
So when we come back after word from our fake sponsor, we will walk through 7. Are you tired of boring old packages that just tell you what's inside? Sick of shipping labels spoiling the surprise? Wish your deliveries had a little more suspense? Then you need What's in the Box, the only subscription service that guarantees every delivery arrives with zero indication of what's inside. No labels, no branding, not even a return address. Just pure, uncut mystery. Every month, we send you a sealed, ominously weighted box containing something. Could be socks, could be artisanal jam, could be a DVD copy of a movie you definitely shouldn't watch right before opening mysterious packages. We're not saying it's a head. Legally, we cannot say that. Each shipment comes with a box. Something in the box, and our signature "Do Not Open Here" sticker, which absolutely makes you want to open it right there. But hey, don't take our word for it. Here's what some satisfied customers are saying. It rattled. I still don't know what it was. My cat won't go near it. I love the suspense. Every month feels like Christmas, except the kind where you've wronged an ancient spirit. So sign up today at what'sinthebox.com and use the promo code SHELFLIFE for 10% off your first shipment. And a free pair of gloves. You know, just in case. What's in the Box? The only subscription service where the unboxing video might be evidence. Warning, What's in the Box is not a real product, as this is a podcast with fake commercials. And we're back with sin number 1 of 7.
Dun 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 dun.
What? This is a podcast where brother and sister team go through all 7 deadly sins. We're gonna break them down.
We're gonna break them down.
Talk
Help you
about
understand them.
Dante's Inferno, maybe the Canterbury Tales.
You know, I didn't know.
Who knows?
I every time I hear Canterbury Tales, it doesn't sound like that's about the 7 deadly sins. That sounds like some little bear in the woods. I don't know.
I read the Canterbury Tales.
I don't think I ever did.
At the time that I read them, which of course was like high school, I was not intellectually prepared enough to understand what the hell I was reading.
That's fair. It looks like it would be a lot.
I think it's probably something that works along with It's Dante's Inferno, right? That's
the 7
what
layers of
made
hell.
the 7 deadly sins, right?
That's the layers of hell, Dante's Inferno, isn't it?
But the 7 layers of hell is where the sins come from. Well, Thomas Aquinas, I guess. I mean, it's a Catholic thing, of course. Oh, is this what it is? Okay, so you got lust, gluttony, greed, wrath, city of okay, hearsay, heresy, not hearsay.
It's hearsay, damn it.
Heresy, violence against others, self, and then God.
Yeah.
In that order. Interesting.
Fraud.
Pandery and seduction is below violence against someone. All right. Flattery is below that. Okay. Simony.
Flattery is the most sincere form of something. Whatever.
I
guess imitation. Yeah.
Sorcery, naturally.
That's fair. Yeah. You can't be a sorceress.
Barratry? What the hell is that?
I'm gonna look it up. Fraud or gross negligence of a ship's master or crew. What?
Very specific.
Vexation,
one of these layers of hell is just for the
litigation,
people
or incitement to it. I don't know.
Hypocrisy, which, I mean, who's not a hypocrite, right? They tried to make it impossible for you to not have a sin. Like, literally waking up is a sin.
Well,
with all of these medieval Catholicism stuffs.
Yeah, I mean, according to religion, you were born, so you immediately have sin.
True.
So
counselors of fraud, the sowers of discord, liars and falsifiers, and treachery.
Just treachery in general.
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah, there's a lot of treacherous people out there.
No, that's true.
Let's get right into it, though. This is 7, David Fincher's noir crime thriller. starring Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, with musical guest Gwyneth Paltrow and Kevin Spacey. Oh, when we...
I feel like I shouldn't, you know? I mean, Gwyneth, you're kind of like, yeah, you're crazy. It's fine. The other one, you're like,
crazy.
You might be worse.
You were never convicted of rape, though. That's...
Speaking of sins.
Was he convicted?
Huh?
Was he convicted?
I don't remember if he was convicted.
Or was he acquitted?
I'm looking it up. He has not been convicted. He was acquitted of all charges.
Okay. Well, it's still weird.
It's just a little weird.
And him being a creep made it so that House of Cards didn't have a proper ending, and
I know that kind of sucked because that one was an interesting one.
That's really one of his.
There's another one for you. David Fincher was on that on House of Cards, unless that was a movie too.
David Fincher?
It said House of Cards under his name, but I think
did it?
Yeah, 2 episodes apparently, only 2 episodes. But there you go.
Oh, okay. So the movie begins. Starts with a guy pouring a pot of coffee.
Classic.
He's getting ready.
That's a normal morning, you know.
He's doing his morning routine, and it is Morgan Freeman playing Detective Somerset. He is a character that is he's a 1 week. I'm just 1 week away from retirement. Mm-hmm. So he's that classic cop trope, that detective trope of I just need to make it through this 7 days.
I need to make through this. I'm too old for this shit. Can't wait to retire. Done with it, cop.
What do you think his plan is for retirement, Rachel? Because he has boxes packed up. He's leaving that fucking city.
He mentions that he wants to, like, just get, as long as he can get out of the city. He even said something about going to a farm or something. So I could see him, like, getting back to nature in some way. Absolutely.
Yeah,
getting a cabin.
Point, one of them asked what he's going to do, and he says, like, I could see myself working, maybe, like, at a farm or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he does say that.
So I'm like a farm. I could see him getting a cabin. I see him just getting away, getting back to nature, and hearing quiet. I think he wants quiet.
Yeah, because later on he definitely wants quiet. But he's quiet. He's quietly getting ready in the morning. All his stuff is in a row. He picks it up. He clearly has a routine. We learn that he is a proper guy. He has everything in order. Everything is very neat and as is, and that's how he likes it.
Yeah, and alone.
He appears to live alone. Clearly, he lives alone, or that's the impression that we get. The impression. The way that he.
It's quiet, like he's not speaking to somebody. Nobody else is bustling around him, also getting ready. So you kind of just expected, okay, you must be living alone.
I think even the way that the bed is kind of
it's made already. Like
you get that it's made.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Like, okay, this is probably a sin on my part or some sort of flaw, but I don't always make that bed. I gotta get the hell out of here.
When I used to have my own bed, I would make my bed. But now that I have, like, I'm married, I don't make my own bed. I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed it. It's just like, now I have to make this bigger bed. And it's like...
No, that's too big.
And I have a dog who's like... he wants to sleep in, and I'm like, well, then I'm not making the bed, because he's all comfy.
He's there.
Yeah.
I remember Grandma once telling us how, like, great-grandpa would, like, till his dying day would be like, I need to make the bed, even if he was, like, you know, whatever, because it was like, no, that's his generation.
And he did it where he was like, you know, you gotta put, like, the ruler over it.
You have to, like, measure the fucking, top of it.
Like, what the hell?
That's this Morgan Freeman character. He's taking a ruler. He's making sure that like it's a leveler. He's making sure the bed is level.
That's it.
He's bouncing a fucking coin off of it to make sure that it's like as
tight,
as bouncy and tight as it possibly can be. That's this guy.
That is this bed.
That's who this is. It immediately cuts to a dead body, bloody on the ground. There's blood everywhere.
Yes.
It's just some guy.
Everything looks dirty.
This whole movie
just looks so dirty.
Is dirty.
I just want to wear, like, a full-on, like, quarantine suit the entire time.
I mean, that's the David Fincher special, but depending on the movie, because, like, Gone Girl, and I would argue Gone Girl and Social Network are very clean. Like, everything is sterile.
Yeah.
And compared to this or Zodiac or Fight Club, it's all grimy.
God, Fight Club is so dirty.
And greasy and shitty. And like,
You
that's
can
setting an
smell it?
environment, though.
You can smell it. You can smell it through the screen. All right.
It has a little bit of that city smell, that piss smell,
Ugh.
that piss and metal and concrete.
Musty. Ugh. Everything is just smoke. Probably smoke everywhere.
It makes it sets you in that world.
It does.
Though.
It really does.
But everything, yeah, very, very grimy and shitty. We learned that Somerset, Morgan Freeman, is a detective. Mm-hmm. When you actually see the crime scene, it is like blood is just everywhere. It's on the wall, it's on the ground, all over the place. I was trying to figure out if it was a murder-suicide, because Somerset goes over to the fridge, and he's like looking at the fridge, and he goes, did the kids see it?
Right.
And the other detective is like, what the fuck's wrong with you, Somerset? Always asking us questions. Everyone in this movie is an asshole.
Everybody is.
Too?
Yeah.
Like, they're all
They're
angry.
all kind of, yeah, everybody's angry, doesn't want to deal with it. Whatever they see as, like, the top level, that's what they're going with. No need to dig.
Surface level.
That's it.
I think, again, though, that's the worldview of the movie, where it's like, no, humanity sucks, and people suck.
Right.
You somehow have to try to rise above it, or like get out of there, or whatever. That's the message. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this detective is like giving him grief for asking if the kids saw it. And he's like, who the fuck cares if the kids saw it? Who cares? Why are you asking questions about the kids for? So I couldn't tell, because they say like he killed the wife or she killed the husband. I can't remember
She
which
killed
way
the
it was.
husband.
She killed the husband, but then he's like, well, did the kids see it? So I was like, did she kill the kid and then herself?
Oh,
like, what
geez.
are we?
Well,
that's
we
what
don't
I was like wondering if
see
that's what
any
we're
other
seeing
bodies.
here.
We only see the one body. So my assumption is that she murdered the husband and that was it.
And
So he's probably
caught her
asking
or
like,
something.
did the kids see it? Like, I don't know if he's asking in the sense of, is the kid traumatized, or did the kid see it? We need to question him.
Yeah, right, sure, right. Probably, I think it's more just, was he traumatized? Because this guy is like done with this kind of like, all right, another fucking crime scene,
right? And
yeah.
now this kid's gonna grow up with this just attached to him.
And kids is also like another point that's made throughout the movie as well. Should you be bringing them into this world, kind of thing?
Yeah.
The whole point of this is just to set in motion that he's a detective. The world sucks. People suck. This is the kind of thing he has to deal with constantly.
Yeah.
But then Brad Pitt shows up as Detective Mills.
Yes.
Brad Pitt's chewing addiction still ongoing. He's chewing in the first scene we see him, Rachel, and he chews throughout the movie.
Yeah, because he's always got gum in his mouth.
Just every scene. There's probably more scene. I want to know the percentage of scenes where he's chewing in a movie. I need to know that.
I feel like there's got to be one. There's somebody has
folks at home, if
have
you've
done a study on
figured
this,
that out,
right?
What is the percentage of scenes Brad Pitt is chewing?
It's time to do a study. It's time.
His haircut is better in this than it was in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It is. It's a little longer. It's a little spikier. Yeah, it works better.
I'm not a fan of the goatee, but it was the style at the time.
It works for this movie. Because it kind of makes him a little bit
as
more...
a detective.
Yeah, it also makes him a little douchier, I think.
They go outside, and it's raining. It's like pouring rain. Like crazy rain. Which
that noir rain,
also...
where it's always raining.
It's always raining. And it's always raining like cats and dogs rain.
Yes.
Like a downpour. Mm-hmm. Like it's tight, like it's monsoon season, where whatever city this is. We never learn what city this is, and the geography doesn't exactly make any sense.
Anywhere USA.
Yeah, any big city USA is, definitely the idea. Because it could be Florida, it could be Los Angeles, it could be New York. It's anywhere.
It's not Florida.
I was thinking because of the desert-y thing, but there are like mountains behind that desert, which is why I thought it was LA.
Yeah, and probably would make sense, New York. But it could be.
For some reason in my head, I always had it as a kid thinking it was Philadelphia, and I don't know why, but I don't know. Like it's a big city.
Yeah, it's nowhere.
It could easily be an alternate universe where it is Gotham City. Like you're right,
Gotham.
Rachel. Like it's Gotham.
Yeah.
We get the gist from this conversation that Mills and Somerset have. Immediately, they're
opposites,
antagonistic to each other. Mm-hmm. They are fighting about what seems to be that Mills is transitioning into Somerset's role. And Somerset's like, why don't we go to like a diner? We'll like hash this out. And Mills just wants to like get it over with. And Somerset asks Mills, is like, let me ask you something. Because they like kind of walking down the street now. And he says, why here? And Mills is like, what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean, why here? And he's like, well, why did you get transferred here? Why did you come here?
To this area, this one.
Yeah. Mills says, well, the same reason that you quit. You're just probably the same reason that you worked here this whole time. Like, why are you quitting? So they like have this like very antagonistic relationship with each other. And then he says back to him like, well, it's a very simple question. Why did you get reassigned here? Mills will not answer why he transferred here. He just is like, you know what? Let's not kick each other in the balls. And Freeman tells him like, okay, fine, but I want you to listen to me. I'm going to like, he asks him, did he ever do homicide? And
he did for 5 years.
And Mills is like, yeah. Freeman with a pretty good line because he goes, well, you didn't do homicide here. And over the next 7 days, remember that. Because his point is more like,
this is like the crappiest one to get, you know,
you have to understand.
For.
We got all sorts of things. We got clown gangs and Iceman gangs.
There's a plant gang.
There's a woman that turns plants and stuff. Mad Hatter gang.
A lot of question marks all
gangs.
around. There's a thing in the sewer I don't even want to talk about.
You ever find a crocodile person? We got a crocodile person here. Did you see that in Homicide? I bet you didn't.
I bet you didn't. Maybe if he was in Florida.
Maybe if this is Florida. Immediately, Rachel, your impressions of Mills. Like, what is Mills' personality?
The class clown.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like would be a part of that. It's just something about his hyperactivity of like he's moving, he's chomping, his word usage of like, you know, let's not bust each other's balls and constantly like laughing about everything. That immediately makes me think, you know, class clownish type of a person. He wants everything to get done fast. He wants to know it immediately. He wants to get it done now.
Yeah, he's impatient.
Yes.
There's a youthfulness to him where he wants everything done quickly. He thinks he knows everything. He's abrasive. Has a very immature way of dealing with people, I guess. Yes. is what it would be.
Right.
Especially compared to Somerset, who has a patience with people. And they illustrate that throughout the movie as well. But there is that difference in how they communicate with each other, but also a difference in how they communicate with people. And Somerset thinks that he has found a way to keep his humanity with it. And, well, we'll get into that later. When they have that talk in the diner, when Somerset is like, I don't believe in this humanity anymore. I think it's like awful. And Mills is like, what do you mean? Like you're full of shit. Like you think that you're above it. So it's like weird because Mills is so abrasive with people. Yeah. And Somerset is so understanding, but they have the opposite thoughts about humanity in general.
But I think that they're also showing their own sins, especially in that scene that you're talking about. But I feel like they're kind of showing their own sins in the way that they respond to society and everything around them too.
No, I agree.
Because I don't think Somerset is, what's the word I want? I can't think of it now. Damn it.
Say what you're trying to think.
I'm trying to say like it's not like Somerset doesn't have a sin. It's not like he's
right. He's not.
He doesn't. Well, he doesn't. He's not protected from having a sin in this. He does have a sin.
That's true. It isn't something like he's the virtuousness of it. He's because there are the virtues, I guess would be the opposite of the sins, because that's like the Catholic other side of things where it's like, do you have these virtues of justice, courage, temperance, what's the other one?
Oh, sure.
Wisdom, prudence, whatever it is. You could say he does have those.
So is that what we're just trying to see, is that he is like the more virtuous side of the sin?
He's the virtuous side of the sinner, where he's trying to combat his sin, I think.
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely. I think he is combating his sin.
And then the whole end of the movie is John Doe trying to get one of them to submit to
Their
this
sin.
to a sin. Somerset is in bed reading, and he turns on his metronome
Yes.
to fall asleep.
To it.
Which, so the metronome
Trying to
has to be
meditate and
because
everything.
it's the same reason that I use a white noise machine, right? He's trying to set an order to be able to sleep, because you hear all the chaos outside, like there's like people shouting and like police sirens and shit because it's Gotham.
Sure.
And so the metronome is trying to help. He's trying to like use that to help him get to sleep.
Yes, I think he's definitely using it to get to sleep. I think it's one of those things where if you meditate and you're focusing on that specific sound, I think that's supposed to also help him, like, lull him to sleep.
Falls asleep sitting up?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Maybe
That's
he has
the biggest
heartburn.
sin he has.
Okay. Yeah, aren't you supposed to, if you have heartburn, it's like you kind of
Need
like
to cut
sit
down
up,
on the
sleep.
spicy food. Have this problem, but who's going to stop me from eating all this spicy food? Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because he's like straight up. I mean, I guess there are supposed to be benefits of doing that because of like the way that like the blood flow happens. Like if you sleep straight back, compared
Maybe he has
to, like,
a snoring
having some
problem. Deviated
Yeah,
septum.
I could have some. I have a deviated septum.
But don't
Do not
worry.
be. I have a deviated septum. Do not be alarmed. I am fine. I have a terrible Morgan Freeman, but it's hard
because you got to go
it's like-
deeper,
it's-
but you can't.
Everyone has one, but mine is not good.
You got to go like the Morgan
like-
Freeman.
Yeah, I have to stop doing my
You
shelf
you go
life
into
voice.
like a South Park Morgan Freeman where he
Yeah,
sounds
it's-
Canadian, and I don't
yeah,
understand
it's a little
that.
too Canadian. All right, but if because I have to completely pause, stop doing Kevin Shelf Life voice, and do my real voice, and then I can get down to Morgan Freeman, my like regular talking voice,
Yeah.
and then I can get down to Morgan Freeman level. Because so like, hang on one second, let me just do that. Put myself out of my misery here. Well, I try to retire before the seven
better.
sins come.
That's
yeah,
better.
It's like I have to completely
It's
stop
a little better.
to get down to that register. Because for whatever reason, I talk at a higher register when I am in character on the show.
There's probably psychology around that. It's fine.
I'm sure there is. So the opening credits happen, Rachel.
Yeah, these opening credits.
But do you have opinions about them?
I just
you
thought
can
it
tell
was
what's
very
going on.
dark.
After you know what's going on, you know what the opening credits are, which is John Doe is setting up his master plan. He's cutting his finger. You see him slicing his fingernails off.
Yeah, it's gross.
He's writing in the journals.
His fingertips.
He's cutting things out.
It's not just his nails.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
His fingertips. He's getting rid of his fingerprints by cutting off the tops of his fingers.
Right.
And doing all the
journals,
journaling and all that
photography.
stuff. If I remember correctly, there's some story about these opening credits. I know that they're very memorable. People say that it's one of those things that...
Well, he's censoring books that say like sexual and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
At least that's how I take it, because I see like, a black marker going over a word and it like darkens it. It's not like he's highlighting it. He's censoring it. It makes me feel like, I don't know if you've ever watched any of what is that stupid horror show that people were nuts about? And I've watched a couple seasons and they're just kind of gross to me.
Like American Horror
That's
Story?
the one. That's the one. It kind of, the opening kind of feels like that. I kind of wonder if American Horror Story took some stuff from this.
Yeah, it has that. Yeah, you're right. You're
The way
right.
it
American Horror Story does have
puts
that
together.
similar. I think Fincher always has some sort of interesting like credit thing in the movie too. But this one definitely is considered like one of those memorable ones.
It's creepy.
I can like remember sitting in my friend's basement as the opening credits for this started. The score, which I thought was Trent Reznor, like I was like, it has to be Trent Reznor. I think he is credited with it, but Howard Shore comes up in the credits. So maybe he just does the opening theme and then the rest of it is Howard Shore. Because I was like, this sounds so much like Trent Reznor. So after the opening credits, it says that it is Monday.
In like creepy letters. Monday. Like, I feel like that's how it's said
Are
to
they
me.
creepy?
Like, very sinister to me. I don't know. It looks
Why
sinister.
Why did I think it was like a very, very just normal
you think it's,
font? But
you
maybe
think it's
it
playful?
was.
Because to me, it looks more sinister. Because it looks
Is it like
very,
chalky?
It's very chalky looking. I don't know if I can get
Okay,
it.
it is chalky. Yeah. I remember seeing it or thinking that it was like just a standard font, but you're right. It is like chalky, like
So
scribbles, like
yeah,
chicken scratch.
it's like thick though. I don't know. There's something sinister to me about it.
It's very
Monday.
There's something very unsettling about. I mean, come on.
It's a Monday,
John Doe would,
so
I guarantee you, as a child, John Doe was flying a kite at night. That's for damn sure.
hello, mother.
Yeah, he has said hello, mother, at least once in his life.
To like the corpse sitting in the rocking chair in the window. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is what would have happened to fucking to Norman if he got to the big city. That's for damn sure. Mm-hmm. You know what would have made the only thing that would have made John Doe's apartment creepier? Big bad bag. My God, he's got bags of candy corn all over this fucking place.
That would honestly, I would have added to it. That would have done it.
The new guy's in the corner puking his guts out because all this candy corn is just laying around.
It's candy corn. It's stale too.
There's candy corn everywhere. He made me eat all the candy corn.
Ooh, what if it was candy corn versus pasta sauce?
Versus
I guess we'll
the
get to
expired
that.
pasta sauce?
Yeah.
Mills is in wife with his wife Gwyneth Paltrow.
Mills is in with wife. Say that again, because it sounded like you
Mills
said he's
is
in his wife, and I got confused.
He might be. We don't know.
She's cuddling him. No.
Mills is in bed with his wife, Gwyneth Paltrow. Mm-hmm. He gets up, he puts on his tie and his suit and stuff.
Very different morning than Morgan Freeman.
Then, yes, because there's boxes and stuff everywhere. It looks like they just moved in, so
Right.
it's very disheveled and everything. They have a much less proper setup than Morgan Freeman Somerset has.
Yes.
Living in this...
Mills
I
is-
guarantee you, Somerset has not moved apartments in 30 years.
Oh, probably
That
not.
has been where he
yeah,
lives.
he's grandfathered in on that price point and everything. But Mills over
He's
here,
got a rent
wrinkles
controlled
on
apartment
everything.
for damn sure.
You know,
Yes, wrinkles on everything. The suit is too big.
Mm-hmm.
The tie is too big. Even though in the 90s that was the style
Kind
to
of
have
the
that like
look.
oversized suit.
Yeah.
But compared to compared to Somerset, he looks like
Put together.
like he's playing grown up. He's playing
yeah,
a
that too.
role.
yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So he tells his wife, we don't know her name yet, her name is Tracy, but if I call her Gwyneth Paltrow, that's Gwyneth Paltrow's role. I guess Brad Pitt was dating Gwyneth Paltrow at the time.
Oh,
I don't remember them dating.
all right. Well,
But
there you go.
we would have been little kids.
Yeah, like we would have
but-
cared. I don't really care now, but
Did you know that? Gotta be honest with you, I don't really give a
is
shit
he even
now.
married now? He's not, right?
Brad Pitt?
Kids hate him or something, right? I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, the kids hate him. Yeah, who cares? Tells her like goodbye, I gotta go to work. He compares himself to Serpico and kisses her.
Should I know what Serpico is?
It's on the list.
It's American crime drama, apparently.
Yeah, starring Al Pacino
Ah, all right.
from the 70s, where he was playing a cop that was investigating or finding out that the rest of the police are corrupt. So he was like the
Oh.
good cop
Okay, interesting.
because nothing ever
Interesting.
changes, which is an apathetic statement.
It is.
I'm right there with Morgan Freeman on that one. Nothing ever changes. Everything is apathetic, and I think it's pathetic.
Wow.
So Mills waits in the rain
With an
for
extra
Somerset.
cup of coffee.
He did bring him an extra cup of coffee.
He bought him
yes,
coffee.
He did.
That was nice.
Like for a second, I was like, "Oh, is this like a training day thing? Like he's gonna get in the car and be like, have you ever?" I can't remember what the drug is that Denzel Washington makes him take in that. But it's like, oh, you ever get wet? You ever
don't
get wet?
know.
Mills?
I don't remember.
Because he makes him take PCP in it. That's on the list too.
Okay.
Training day's on the list. Rachel's gonna hate it, but
Which
it's
one is
definitely
this?
on
Oh,
the list.
training day. Okay.
Mills is waiting in the rain. An umbrella or something.
You'd think.
Detective Mills.
A hat?
Like
An umbrella?
a hat. Somerset looks like a
Stand under
badass this
something?
entire movie, wearing this duster and sweet
He's got
hat that
like
he got from the 1930s.
Classic trench coat. It's great.
Yeah. Mills has on this oversized suit the entire time.
But
no
maybe,
hat.
Maybe that's something to it, too. He couldn't afford an umbrella.
They're getting detective stuff from the trunk. Mm-hmm. And then Somerset rejects the coffee.
I mean, you can't take it in. Well, they do, but you shouldn't take a cup of coffee into a crime scene. So it's understood, but like at the same time, like you could have been nice. You're kind of being a dick.
Yeah,
you're kind of being a dick at this point.
Nice. Like the guy brought you a coffee.
He's trying to be like camaraderie here.
Yeah.
Give him something.
Somerset. I just feel like Somerset he shuts down at a crime scene. He becomes monk or house. Like he just wants to go in, do his job and get out because he has to like detach himself from it. Like that's his big thing.
Sure.
So maybe like having the coffee.
Yet. He could have just.
But I think maybe having the coffee makes it too informal. Where he's like, no, a person died here. I need to keep myself on a path where I'm not drinking coffee and like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
No, it's too mundane. It's too everyday. This is not everyday.
Yeah. We learned that the victim had his face in a plate of spaghetti. He's in a pile of piss and shit, says this like officer. Mm-hmm. Mills has this like issue with the officer the entire time where he like kind of is abrasive towards him.
Yes. Well, because he's just like, so you found him that way? Did you check for vitals?
Yeah.
He's just
Do you know he's dead?
Right.
Yeah, and he's like, his face is in a pile of fucking spaghetti. Of course he's dead. Like, yeah, there's all this back and forth about it. And then he ends up giving this like cop the coffee that Somerset didn't want.
No, he hands him his own. He puts Somerset's down over on the curb, and then he gives him his own
he just
coffee.
Leaves it. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess is funnier because he's trying to be like, okay, I guess I was like out of line. Like, here's the coffee.
Yeah, here, you have it. Or he's trying to be professional like Somerset. So he's just like, well, I can't take this in if Somerset's not taking it.
If he wasn't dead, he would have stood up by now.
I mean, not necessarily.
Yeah, if he's injured and can't get up.
Right.
Well, that's Mills's point. Like, you didn't check to see if he was dead.
Right.
Like,
which shows where he came from. There was also different things, like a different checklist. He's looking for like those same things, and these cops here do not give a shit. If they can pass it off to the detective to do it, go for it. We don't want to deal with it. That's
an interesting takeaway from
That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, I guess it goes back to that like apatheticness where it's like, who cares? He's this big fat slob. He's dead.
Right.
He's who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a bit of a shack. I was trying to figure out how this apartment fits in with the rest of the world.
Oh, it's
like,
really weird.
Where does this guy live?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like this like shacky apartment look. Contrivance a little bit of this entire movie is that the lights hardly ever work anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, why don't the lights work anywhere?
I guess maybe
also,
he didn't pay his bills?
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe?
But, like, you're establishing a crime scene. You're going to have forensics there.
Yeah, they're coming after
Bring in
the
a fucking light! Like, what are you doing?
Maybe that's what forensic does after the detectives take a look
when
first.
they set up the crime scene. Yeah,
so they can actually take pictures and do all of their stuff and take samples and everything. But
yeah, there's no light anywhere in this movie on purpose. Mm-hmm. That is the part of the thing. But when you like think about it, it's like
it's just really dim. Yeah, because like
bring a light in.
They actually go into the living room where there's two TVs, both of them on different channels.
Yes.
And there's like an actual lamp, and it's
great
just so...
setup, by the way. Great setup.
The stacked TVs. The lamp is actually really dim.
Fat man knew how to live.
So there is light. It's just so dim and disgusting. You can't see anything.
Somerset asked Mills what was the point of that conversation that you had with the officer out there. Mills was like, he should have checked. He should have done his fucking job. I think that's an example, like I'm talking about, the way that they deal with people, where Somerset is trying to be like kind to people, even if the cop fucked up, like trying to do that in a better way, in a more constructive way.
Sure.
Where Mills is just abrasive about it, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, Somerset might be thinking
he goes to it head on, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Somerset, I feel like, doesn't do it at all. That's where I have a problem with it. Like, he just gave up on
apathy.
He completely gave up on it.
And that's part of the apathy of, there's 7 days left, I just don't care.
Sure.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah. But then, yes, our Mills is showing his wrath.
It smells terrible. There are bugs everywhere. I love how the actors portray how it smells, Rachel. In a few scenes in this, they all do the God. And it's not over the top. It's like the right amount of like, oh, God's sake.
Right, like, I gotta put my face into something or something like that. Yeah.
I think that's...
it caught me off guard motion, you know?
I mean, everyone's been somewhere or smelt something that makes them go, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
That it like works.
Absolutely.
What do they find in the kitchen, Rachel?
A very morbidly obese man with his face in pasta.
Just a beastly...
Bulging
man.
Yeah.
He's not bulging. He's just beastly huge.
He's big.
He's a blob.
He's
a blob. This guy in a kitchen chair, his face is literally in the spaghetti. Mm-hmm. There are a ton of cans of spaghetti sauce or tomato sauce.
Mm-hmm. It says, I think it even says, like, specifies spaghetti sauce. It's Clayton spaghetti sauce.
Very specifically, folks. Don't be using my fucking sauce on anything but spaghetti. Hey, get other fucking sauce if you want it on something else. And they're like, okay, so are we investigating a murder here? This kind of thing. And I think Mills is like, who said this was murder?
Right.
And Somerset is like, well, no one said it was murder, but that's what we're investigating.
Right, we're trying to figure out what happened.
Pitt is like, well, his heart must have been the size of a fucking canned ham. Like, he probably just had a heart attack at the table. Mm-hmm. His face fell down into the spaghetti.
And then that's
it. Ipso facto, it's over. Because what probably happened was this guy's a shut-in. So he never leaves the house. So somebody else smelt something coming from the house.
And they're doing a wellness check type of thing. And then they found him dead.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. Somerset keeps looking around, goes to his feet, and then sees
that's where we see them tied up.
They're tied together.
And so are his hands.
Arms and legs are tied. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's like, oh, shit. It's a murder.
Well, that's a murder.
Yeah. Mills won't shut up as Somerset walks around the body and looks around and everything. Mills is just talking the entire time.
Defense mechanism, you think, or just his personality?
Personality. I think it's
he
the
talks
immaturity.
Through everything.
Yeah, like Mills would have missed the ties because Mills comes up with a conclusion, then tries to find support for the conclusion versus
looking for all of
Somerset,
the evidence,
who is looking through everything
and
first.
putting it together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he does tell him to shut up, but in a nice way.
He does tell him to shut up. Could you please be quiet? I believe this is how he says.
Yes.
Well, because Mills is trying to tell this story about how he saw a knife in the back. Or they saw the knife
there was
in the back.
There was a guy that they said it was murder, but he actually had stabbed himself in the back for insurance. But he had stabbed himself like multiple times. He's just like, it's ridiculous. And he was like going through this whole story.
Right. Yeah.
And he's just like, shut up. Oh my God.
What that guy would have to be an idiot too, because how are you going to get away with that? Stabbing yourself in the back, as 12 Angry Men has taught us, you have to do it at an angle where someone would come down at you. No one stabs themselves like this. You can't stab yourself in the back without it being obvious.
And then you run backwards into it.
Yeah, that's how you'd have to do it. That's how you commit insurance fraud.
Anyways.
Somerset starts to investigate his head and tells Mills to shut up. Mills sees a bucket
that's
underneath
disgusting.
the table.
Yep, mm-hmm.
This was gross. Mm-hmm. This was one of those moments where I was like, okay, I can physically smell this and like feel this. It's disgusting. Because Mills is like, what's in it? Is there blood in it? And he says, maybe, but it's mostly vomit. And
and he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to look at it anymore. He's like, that's for forensics.
Yeah, and he's like, well, look at it tomorrow. He's like, forensics can fucking deal with that. So for those of you that are thinking about what career you might be for our younger listeners and are thinking about forensics, just remember, you might end up having to investigate a giant bucket of vomit from a 450-pound man that was murdered gruesomely. Just a thought. Forensic guy comes in, and Somerset tells him, Mills, to go talk to the neighbors, help the officers talk to the neighbors while the forensic guy is doing his job, and send the forensics in. Mm-hmm. And Mills is pissed off about this. And he just he turns his flashlight on high and like aims it at Somerset's face.
Yeah, kind of like, what the hell? I'm supposed to be with you, not...
Yeah, I'm supposed to be
I'm not some
like,
errand
shadowing
boy.
you for the week. Yeah. I did like when the doctor, the forensics doctor, tries to find a pulse and is like, he's dead. And Morgan Freeman goes, thank you, doctor. If that wasn't fucking
He lifts
obvious.
the man's head up, so we have to see it. That's when he said, he's dead. Thank you.
Do you see the front of his head? I thought you just see the back of his head.
You see his face when the forensics guy picks it, or the doctor, whatever the hell this man is, picks it up, shows it to us, and goes, he's dead.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I think they have to have somebody say he's dead. I think that's kind of a part of
declare
it.
that he's dead. They're driving later, and Mills questions Somerset about benching him, as he phrases it. He's like, I did my time. This is where you learn, like, I did this, forever. I know what I'm doing. The rain is nuts in this as they drive as well.
Oh, my God.
Like, pull over, Somerset. You can't see anything in front of you.
I guess he's used to it, and they're probably driving 5 miles an hour in, like, backed up traffic.
Do you think that this is part of this Sin City, Gotham climate? It just
absolutely.
rains like this?
Constantly.
They literally have a monsoon season. Freeman defends his decision, and Mills says back to him, like, all right, fine, whatever, but just don't jerk me off.
Yeah, God, the wordage this guy uses, like, jock is kind of another word that comes to mind, like...
It's the young impulsiveness. That's the idea. Mm-hmm. They go to the morgue.
Yes.
And the coroner says, the coroner played by Reggie Cathy, by the way. I was like, oh, look at this, a younger Reggie Cathy. That's interesting. I would like, though, to think that this is a Final Destination-esque coroner. Like, this is another like, they should have gone... This is, I think, the only scene with Reggie Cathy. Mm-hmm. Is he in another scene?
I don't think he's in another scene. I don't think we have another coroner.
They should have kept coming back to him. That should have been. He should have been like Tony Todd in Final Destination and just been like, I'm gonna lead you to the next victim by giving you clues about the 7 sins. I mean, if you think about it,
they are the ones giving you clues about the bodies, so it would be kind of like a little bit fun if he's just like, I noticed something, and it's like, this is part of the deadly sins, and then
he talks in riddles like Tony Todd. Yeah, and he's like, he becomes a red herring.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, is the coroner the murderer? Because he's like admiring the work or something.
It'd be a much hackier story.
Oh yeah, that would have been that would be too campy, but I can see it happening.
Reggie Cathy, the coroner, tells him that he ate until he burst. He had a hematoma and literally died by eating.
Right. His stomach is enormous.
Gigantic.
Because he goes, it's stretched.
It was forced to stretch so much. Mm-hmm. And he like burst or something? So what they posit is he has a bunch of bruises on his head. And they're like, what could that have been? And like, could be a gun, which means that somebody pointed a gun at his head and told him he had to keep eating or he'd shoot him in the head.
Yeah, very, very Saw-esque, Eat until you burst.
Yeah, it's got a Saw. John Doe has a very Saw-esque
because it's similar ideas. Yeah, similar ideas. He's trying to stop, like, make you realize your indiscretions versus like your sins, I suppose. Yeah. Same idea.
I mean, it's the same idea because it's still sins. So they think that it could have been 12 hours of him having to eat constantly without stopping. And in fact, the guy, the killer left to go to the supermarket to get more food.
I couldn't even imagine that. I don't want to imagine
You think that would have been a bit of a lead if they could go to that supermarket and
go, who the hell bought all of these sauces?
Who bought all these cans of sauce?
Right? I'm assuming part of that is him...
That's just Jimmy 2 times. He comes in and buys all his cans of sauce once a week. He's got to make the sauce himself, but sometimes he's a little lazy about it. Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody. It tastes the same. Yeah, I guess like if they think that he has a store or something, they're not going to think anything of it. Or maybe he goes to multiple stores around the block from each other or something and is just buying sauces from each one.
It had to have been that he was going to different stores. There's no way that it was the same store.
Right.
How in the hell? How in the hell would that have worked?
Cases of it. He got like crates. Yeah.
But eventually, the fat man passed out. And then they say that they think that the killer kicked him in the stomach, which burst the hematoma and then killed him from, like, the inside out.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds horrifying.
That's vile.
That's violent and vile. Yeah.
What is he, V now? Is he V from V? It's violent and vile and veracity, and I could see V doing that.
No, I couldn't,
the
though.
fascist
V
pigs.
would, well, potentially.
You're
He'd
a
stick
fascist
him.
pig,
He'd
and
stick
therefore
him,
I'm going to kick you in the stomach.
Well, like, this guy, you can tell you can kind of see the mindset of the killer for them saying, like, he kicked him in the stomach after he passed out.
It allows Morgan Freeman's character to put together all of this stuff that it is that it has meaning, that there's a purpose to this. It's not just somebody like that didn't like the fat guy and wanted him dead. It's
not like a fat phobic person.
Yeah, there's or a drug deal gone wrong or stolen money or anything like that. Like there's meaning here for how he was murdered. But then Arlie Ermy is their gruff, tough chief of police guy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's hard to cast Arlie Ermy in anything after Full Metal Jacket because that's him. That's what he is. It kind of works in this, as chief of police.
Yeah, I think he functions that way.
He fits just fine in this world as chief of police guy, I thought.
Yes. Angry chief of police.
Yeah,
Grumpy,
that's all he's
man.
doing. Mm-hmm. He is the cliched, like, damn it, Somerset, damn it, Mills, I told you to go down there, go to the fat guy's sauce, and come back here with your fucking you're coming up here with your goddamn 7 sins and all the other bullshit. Just tell me the fat man had a heart attack. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Or whatever he says. And Somerset thinks that this is like the beginning of something, even though there's nothing to indicate that. Somerset just has this feeling like, no, there was more to this.
Right.
And Somerset is like, you know what? I need to be reassigned. And Ermy's like, you're retiring in literally a week. What are you talking about? And he's like, I can't do this. This cannot be...
Because he thinks it's bigger.
Yeah, this can't be my last case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take longer than that. And I can't be on this if that's going to be the case. And he says, and quite frankly, this should not be Mill's first assignment either.
Sure.
And Mill's like, what you fuck on me for?
I think the idea, though, is that they need somebody who understands the area and the people of this area, and Mills doesn't. He's too new.
Okay. I was thinking watching it that the idea that he's like, I can't let this man become jaded because if he's going after something which I think is going to be a much larger problem, it can't be his first case. He's going to become so jaded and distraught because of like seeing the problems with humanity if I think it's larger than, just one murder. But I think that your theory is probably more what they're going for, Rachel, where it's he is inexperienced, he's abrasive, he's hot-headed, I've seen him in the field, he doesn't know how to investigate properly. It can't be his first assignment because there's too much at stake.
Right.
So maybe it's a little column A, a little column B. I thought he was trying to protect Mills, but now thinking about it, maybe he just thought that, like, no, he can't do this one. So Mills has a fit, and he's like, what do you mean? Like, I can do this. I want this. If he doesn't want it, give it to me. If he wants to be a prick about it or, not teach me anything, fine. And Ermy says, I love that when Ermy goes, Mills, shut up. Like, just kind of like shuts him down.
Right.
Which, like, if Arlie Ermy tells you to shut up, you're going to shut up. What is his name in this, even? Is it just police captain? Yeah, just police captain.
Yeah, he doesn't have a name.
That's interesting. I guess he doesn't need one, and because it's Arlie Ermy, everyone's just going to say Arlie Ermy anyway. You're not going to get a name. It works.
Sure.
Mills says he's going to take it, but Ermy says, you're on something else. So he agrees with Somerset and kicks him off. And tells Somerset, like, too bad, the fat man's yours, you're keeping it. And he takes the file, or makes him take the file. And it's Tuesday.
Now it's Tuesday.
This time a defense attorney has been found murdered, and a press conference is happening where the district attorney is talking about that they found a body and all of this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Mills is walking past the press conference, and one of the media people tries to get Mills for an interview, but he steps away, he steps through, he's saying no comment, he won't say anything.
Right.
So we haven't really figured out what's going on yet, but then we see Mills, and this one, Rachel, I figured was part one of your, like, oh, a little cinematic here, as we follow Mills through this, like, this maze to get to the crime scene.
Right. It is.
And you follow it from, like, the back of his head. Mm-hmm. It's from his perspective as you follow him. It's that Fincher flair to it, you know?
I do like
that, like, little bit of
you kind of feel like you're over his shoulder, checking out what's going on.
We don't see the crime scene at first, but Mills tells all of the forensics people that are, like, working on the floor doing something to go get a coffee. Now, Rachel, he touches a lot of stuff in this room.
He touches so much stuff. He walks straight in the middle of the actual scene.
I was like, he's
hanging in a chair.
So, like, maybe they already did everything.
But they're still picking up, like, fibers and stuff. They're not done.
Yeah, and he's like, he sits in this chair, and
he's like hanging out.
The portrait, there's a woman's picture.
Yes.
It makes it noir-y because it's like a blonde woman portrait, and he's drawn the mask, the domino mask. It's black and white, and he's drawn the domino mask in blood around the eyes.
Right.
But I was just like, what are you doing touching everything? You're going to go back to police captain Arlie Ermy, and he's going to be like, boy, I told you not to step inside that goddamn room unless I gave you permission. Did I give you permission to step in that room? Well, no, but I thought, I don't want to hear it.
Well, he is
Get
like
on the floor,
detective.
go
He's
clean the
supposed to be
commodes.
looking at everything. But maybe it is later on and they're just trying to find more stuff. I don't know.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because at some point they're going to have to clean it. They're going to bring in the crime scene cleaners and they're going to actually, you know, clean up the mess and give somebody else that office.
Well, Johnson's dead, I guess.
Well, the way that the guy was talking on TV, he's just like, this is going to be swift justice. And you know, all he's thinking is, great, I got to put somebody else in that office because we have cases we need to have done. You know, like that's all he's thinking.
Well, what was he a prosecuting attorney? I thought he was a defense attorney. It just is in this. It's just because it's a lawyer that, like, a high.
I don't know. He might be a defense attorney,
lawyer.
But he's just like, yeah, he's doing it for, I don't know. It's hard to say. Defending assholes, I have no idea.
That's what a DA is.
Yeah.
So the district attorney, who in my notes I just went, what did I mean by watches the DA talk about having their best men on it? And it's because I wrote DA. And I just went, watching the DA.
Watching the DA.
I assumed that was a typo. No, I think I just like your idea, Rachel, where it's like, well, he's dead. All right, let's get Fred in here, and you can take over the office. We're not going to change the carpet, though, Fred, because, quite frankly, that's too expensive. So enjoy the bloody greed stain.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
the
greed is written out in blood on the carpeting. Yes.
Well, you don't learn that. You don't learn that yet.
Okay,
because
fine.
At first, he's watching the TV is on, and all the news is talking about the DA is telling that they have their best men on this. You can tell that Mills is nervous about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the DA is now hyping up how, like you said, it's swift justice. They're going to figure out who did this. They're going to figure out all this stuff. And Mills is like, oh, for God's sakes, like my first case, and the DA is talking about how this is going to be handled by our top men, and we're going to get this all done, and he's the one that has to do it. Hey, that's a workplace complaint right there, to be like, you know, oh yeah, I'm coming in here, I'm the new hotshot guy, and they're going to put me on this big project, and then the big project is something that, like, cannot be done well. So now you're like, fuck.
They gave you the really shitty project, so you will
fail.
fail.
They get, the Penske file.
Yeah, enjoy the Penske case.
Get through this Penske file here. Been spending a lot of time in the Penske file. Where would you suggest that I start? The camera moves back. This is where you see that greed has been written in blood.
Yeah.
And then the justice.
You don't see a body here. We don't get a body in this
body.
Crime scene, so the body is gone. The forensic stuff is still there. It is It's written out as greed, and there looks like there's like a stack of books that's also covered in blood, and there's like a cushion moved, so that you can kind of get like the idea of what's happened in the crime scene.
There is the scales of justice.
But it's very dramatic.
A model of the scales of justice with blood in it.
Yes.
To make it so that
It's
one side
balanced,
is weighted.
Or it's
Yeah,
unbalanced.
so that it's... I couldn't tell if it was balanced or not. Because, you'd think that thematically it's a pound of flesh to even the scales of justice.
Maybe that's what
right?
it is.
Like, wouldn't that be the,
Isn't that what, like,
phraseology?
Probably. Yeah, maybe.
We zoom in on that mask, though. So the director is telling you to, hey, there's a reason that I keep focusing in on this. Somerset's name is being scraped off of his office door.
Yes.
I gotta say, I've always enjoyed the old police offices in particular that have this, that have the windows on the doors.
Yeah.
But they're that, like, ribbed window.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can't see it or out. It's got, like, that translucentness.
It's, like, warped on the inside of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's something so, like, old and grimy about that kind of window.
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't know what it
it's
is.
like whenever
it's so,
you
like,
get...
bubbly.
You go to, like, an old shitty diner and they give you those, like, cups from the 70s that
the
have
red
that
ones?
same ribbed...
The red ones that are
plastic.
like, yeah, like where it's like it actually has a texture to it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
classic.
It's the same idea. Classic. Dude's working on a typewriter. It's 1995, so he probably shouldn't be writing on it, doing all his reports on a typewriter, but he is because
he's even more old school.
I'm not going to learn how to.
I mean, they have to give him a computer. They didn't give him one. He doesn't have one.
He refused. I guarantee you he fucking refused. They were like, Somerset, come here and get your standard issued computer. And he was like, no, I'm fine with my typewriter. I'm just going to sit here and take 10 more hours to write up this report, and that'll be the end of it. Early Ermy comes in and tells Somerset all of this about this killing. And he's like, oh, yeah, who's doing that? And they're like, Mills is heading up the investigation. And Ermy and Somerset talk about what he's going to do when he's done, and this is when he talks about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on a farm, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get out of here, whatever.
Right.
And Ermy tells him like, I don't think you're gonna leave. Like,
yeah.
he almost teases him with it, right?
It's one of those things where he's just like, you're not gonna want to leave. Like, you're gonna leave, and then you're gonna want to come back. You're gonna want to do something.
Yeah, your purpose is here. Yeah,
right.
I thought he was going to tease him with like, I don't think you're leaving, and then you find out that there's been like a third murder, and they're like trying to link it together.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, you're not going to leave until this is done. But it's more like what you're saying, where this is your purpose. Like, you're good at this. You are Sherlock Holmes of Gotham,
right?
So you have to stay here. Mm-hmm. Somerset comes back and talks about a story about like, this guy was out. Did you hear about the guy that was out walking his dog? He was stabbed in both eyes. Happened 4 blocks away just last night, or something like that. And his point is like, I don't understand this place. The guy was outside walking his dog, and he got stabbed in both eyes.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like what is that? It's ridiculous.
That does tell you, though, Rachel, that you are kind of right. This is Gotham. This is
Scumville.
Over the top.
This is the worst of the worst. Live here. It is awful.
Somerset is Commissioner Gordon, and he's just waiting for some guy to drop in and be like, Somerset, I've investigated a crime scene. Look behind the fridge. And then, like, then he flies away. I haven't been getting a lot of information from the FBI. I've actually been getting it from a man dressed as a bat for the last 20 years. Mills is Harvey Dent in this analogy. Mills is Harvey Dent.
I like it.
So he's like, we'll just have to wait. They go to the roof, and Mills is like, what the fuck are we doing up here?
I have to turn on the signal.
Somerset's like, don't worry about it. I'm just going to turn this light on, and we're going to wait for a while. That's all. That's why it's always raining, so that it can be shown through the rain.
I am justice.
Early Ermy tells Somerset that there were pieces of plastic in the fat boy's stomach. Mm-hmm. And then he says they were fed to him. So that intrigues Somerset enough to go back to the fat man shack and he breaks into the house.
Yeah, because they don't give him a name.
I guess he's allowed in.
They give this victim.
Some of them get names.
Some of them
don't.
don't. Because it's very rude. It's very rude of them just to be like, the fat man was fed plastic. And so it was just like, okay, thanks. Like, you know, you could call him the victim or something. But I guess.
Oh, but I think that there's a point to
I
that,
think there's also
where it's
a
like
point
these
to
are
that. Yes, I
these are the
agree.
dregs of society, except for like Gold, who was like the hotshot attorney, and it's like, oh yeah, some of these people, some of these sins get more attention than others, or
Right.
notoriety or something like that. Because you never learn the name of the model either.
No.
That just happens.
Mm-hmm.
So he has the plastic in his hand. He has like the evidence with him. He hears some kids screaming outside as he wanders around the kitchen. They're kids like playing or something like that. Right. I just thought that it was a good touch of like scoreless, but like keeping that like world alive.
Yeah.
Of, like there's like
the juxtaposition of children having fun, laughing, playing, and you're inside of this disgusting crime scene where
this fat man
a murder
shack.
was had taken place. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get myself a fat. I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Wesley, grab Mama's prying bar.
This guy had both a prying bar and a rag on a stick.
Probably. Anyways, now there's lights. They put the little floodlights in. You know.
Yeah, so you forgot to put the floodlights in. That's 3 Simpsons references in a row. Fuck you all.
Okay.
And I was like, he's gonna look in the fridge, right? Like the way that they're like framing the kitchen, it was like he's looking in the fridge. I kept thinking they were gonna find like body parts in there or some crazy.
I know. You just expect like something weird in there.
But he opens it up and all he sees is Zool. So he shuts the fridge because nothing is. Great. All right. I know that the end is the meme. I know that the end is the meme with the box. But can we get a meme going with people opening up fridges in cinema? And then it just goes Zool. Like that's gotta be a meme.
Yeah, just like turn the lights on too. Yeah, I would love that. It'd be amazing.
Just throughout history, anybody opening a fridge in cinema just goes Zool. This could be Exhibit A. I would enjoy that.
I would also enjoy that.
Rachel, get on that.
Okay, I'll try.
Put that on the internet. It has to be the entire thing, though. Like, it has to be the slow build-up walk.
The whole scene of them opening it? Yes.
That
and then
he
all of a sudden it
does
just goes
to the fridge, and then he opens the fridge, it goes Zool, and he shuts it, and that's the end of your video.
Oh, this is what I will be known for. I will go viral for this stupid ass thing.
This is what I'm going to be known for. Great. He looks on the ground and he sees what looked like fingernail markings, or like somebody got dragged. Mm-hmm. I thought that was it at first. I thought like we were dealing with clearly a Batman villain who was able to pull the 450-pound man away as he like clawed to the ground like with his fingernails. Mm-hmm. But really, he pulls out the plastic and he realizes, so like he like matches linoleum. It up and he's like, okay, it's like linoleum floor.
Mm-hmm. It matches with these scratches.
And realizes that the fridge was moved and it like cut the floor. Now, that means that this man is so calculating, Rachel, that he realized that it scratched the linoleum floor to move the fridge. Mm-hmm. I'm going to feed the fat man the linoleum floor plastic in the hopes... Clearly, because I mean, he would have kept doing these.
This man is dramatic. He is the type of serial killer that wants to be paid attention to. Absolutely, 100%.
But he would have needed a detective apparently, because they didn't find it the first time they went through the house. They didn't think to move the fridge. He needed a detective that put 2 and 2 together to be able to move the fridge to get to his point.
Yes.
That's he's looking for a challenge.
Maybe that's why greed was so obvious.
Yeah, greed was pretty obvious.
He's just like, okay, they're not getting it. I gotta put something else out there.
They didn't understand.
So maybe he'll pay attention.
And behind the fridge, he finds the word gluttony written in grease.
Is it?
And a note.
Is that what it... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
You later find out. Somebody says that it was written in grease.
Gotcha. Oh, it must be like a layer of grease and it's like scratched out of it, or I don't know. It just seems disgusting. Anyways, like fat grease, I bet is what it is. Like I'm talking like food, like, you know, like yeah.
What does the note say? Because it's a quote from Paradise Lost. Something about the long way out of hell leads us to the light. I don't remember the quote.
Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to light.
He's going to make them walk through hell to get to him or to solve this or something. Like, that is what he's preparing them for. I'm
guessing the light is supposed to be the truth in this sense, then? Like, what is the point? What is the truth? What is the...
Or getting to the end of my masterpiece.
Or maybe that, too.
Something like that.
Yeah. Because it's just... Or, like, maybe it's supposed to be enlightening people. See... Here's examples of this.
I'm going to take you through hell, so that
you understand the examples and
then
and you fix yourself.
Well, because he's preaching.
Oh, he's very.
They even
preachy.
say that at some point. Like he's giving his sermon. He's the very fire and brimstone way of doing that. So he's trying to get people to pay attention.
Right.
So now we have gluttony and greed. We just need wrath and sloth and lust, etc. Somerset comes back to the police station, and Arlie Ermy is sitting there with Mills. I really enjoyed this little moment of levity, Rachel. The phone, they're talking.
Oh my god, it's so good.
And Somerset is like, "This is not, this is bad. I found something." And the phone starts ringing.
Yes, he goes, "Hold on."
And Arlie Ermy can't stand it, so he picks. They're just out in the middle of like the.
Yeah, they're just sitting out there.
The office. They're like not in Arlie Ermy's office. They're out in like the desks, the cubes.
I think it's Mills' desk, and they're just hanging out
it's Mills'
with
desk.
them. Yeah.
But Arlie Ermy picks up the phone and goes, "This isn't even my desk,"
and then it hangs up.
7, hold on. That's not even my desk.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's that, Rachel.
I love that.
Is a power move.
That is a power move.
Nobody has phones at their desks anymore anywhere, but like that, don't you wish you could do that? Just pick up somebody's phone and be like, "This isn't even my desk."
Anytime I could pick up a phone and then like put it down, there's something about like hanging up on somebody always felt good.
Yeah. Pressing close on a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting
it doesn't feel the same.
Have the same.
It doesn't feel the same.
You don't get that
click,
good like
that
slam
feeling.
the phone.
Yeah. I want to feel it. Like even like having a flip phone and smacking it together. That was always good too.
Somerset says he doesn't want to do this because it's a really shitty last case to be able to do. Because clearly there's something together with greed and gluttony here, and it has to do with the 7 deadly sins. And if that's true, he's not going to stop with just 2. There's going to be more attempts. It's just going to escalate.
Right.
But Mills is like, "Oh, I'll do it. If he's not going to do it, I'll fucking do it. It sounds great. I'll do it right now."
Well, it's almost showing like he wants to assert himself into like, I'll take it.
He's
anything.
He's eager to prove himself.
He's eager to prove himself.
He brought his wife to the city because he wants to be a big shot detective.
He wants to be a
this
hero.
Is my chance. Yeah, he wants to be a hero. Somerset is playing darts at his house, and you can tell he's like packing up because like there's boxes and stuff there. But he thinks enough that he heads out, grabs a cab. There's like chaos happening on the sidewalk. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like somebody like passed out on the sidewalk or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on over there? But
just
I think
stuff.
That's
just
more
this
world
is just what it is. Yeah.
The cabbie's like, "Where are you headed?" And he goes, "Far away from here."
Okay. Sir.
Go ahead.
You need to give me an actual destination, sir. You said that, and then you went quiet.
He did after that.
Yeah, but he just goes,
"All right, all right, works for me. I'll just run up your fucking tab. That's fine."
Right? Oh, jeez. That is such a trope in things where it's just like, oh, I'm going home. All right,
Yeah.
where's home? You gotta
All right.
kind of tell me.
Yeah. You could easily
Hide.
do like a Mel Brooks or a Naked Gun gag about that, where somebody gets in the cab and he's like, "All right, does anywhere but here have an address?"
Right,
Or,
yeah.
yeah, but just drive around while the meter runs. That's fine too. He goes to the library where he wants to look some stuff up after hours, and then the security guards let him in. They call him Smiley because he must always
He must always be
'cause
here.
he's
I
self-serious.
kept going,
Yeah, well, I
is
think he
this
does-
like something that the police use? But I'm like, it can't be. It's just empty and it's late because there's so many guards
This is
here.
the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a public library, so it's probably like it's massive. Like
Right,
it's a
it's
big city
huge.
public library. Like the one guy's like clearly like a janitor. Like there's a couple of security guards. It's like the night staff.
Yeah,
is
and they're just
there.
kind of hanging out together.
They're playing poker. They're
Yep.
playing cards. As Somerset does his research. I actually will say this, Rachel. This is kind of... I mean, the end scene is the best scene in the movie. This is my favorite scene in the movie.
The
this is the one
montage
that,
of them,
I
like,
remembered,
researching?
I remembered, like, really liking
Yeah.
as like a teenager whenever I saw it. It's probably because... I still want this.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of having an entire
Oh
library
my god.
to yourself
Yes.
is really nice.
I would love that.
I mean, we've talked about it. You want your home library, like
I
right?
do.
You know, you want to talk about your libraries. I have an entire city's library to myself whenever I want to go in after hours. So you get a montage.
Well, you gotta say though,
Of-
when he's like talking to the guys, he's telling them that they should be cultured. They're surrounded by it, but they just want to play poker every night.
All
and,
these books.
Yeah.
Yeah, a world of knowledge. And what do? You play poker all night.
and then the
They
one
say back to him, hey, we got culture. We got culture coming out of our ass.
right, and then the one guy goes, "Well, how about this for culture?" And then turns on classical music that turns
It turns on some Bach.
it goes from like being the music that's playing there though to like the actual like movie music.
Yeah. It goes from being... It's diegetic,
That's
but
the
it's also
word.
non-diegetic. Yeah.
Yes. So I was just like, that's kind of fun the way that works. But it's true. Like, I guess that's more dialogue about humans not wanting to be cultured, not wanting to read, not wanting to
Right.
to learn.
But at the same time, they are listening to Bach, and
Yes,
like,
which
yeah,
is
they're,
another-
like,
it's-
listening
which
to
is another
classical
way to
music
do
while
it.
they play poker.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, that's our way of doing it.
Right. The cinematography in this little montage of research here is probably really good if you know what is going on.
Yes.
And you know the technical aspects of everything, especially the way that the shots are framed and the shadows are used. Mm-hmm. I am not a film major, so I don't know all of that stuff, but I'm sure it's crazy good, and like there's a lot of like technical aspects to everything, as we kind of said. Fincher is very big into the technical aspects, not in like the same as like Christopher Nolan style, where his is very I feel like Christopher Nolan is very medical about it, very precise, scientific. I feel like Fincher is a little more experimental, if that makes sense.
I can see
But
that. I can
same,
understand
same side of
that.
the coin of like pushing the technical limits of like how to tell a story.
Sure.
For me, it's just a lot of fun watching a montage of the two of them separately researching what's
Yes,
going on
and how they go
and
about
while yes, because Mills is at his house on the couch just flipping through the photos and all of the
All the-
evidence that's been collected
Right.
and can't figure out
and trying to
how to
understand
connect it.
how to connect it. Yeah, what is the
Yeah.
difference? What is putting all this together? What does it mean? We have
But
Somerset, who's at the library picking up books, because in the last scene, I don't know if we mentioned this, that's when he said there are 7 deadly sins. So he's
Yeah,
expecting
he lines
he's
it out.
expecting more, because there were 2
Yeah.
so far, gluttony and greed. And so he's like, okay, there's got to be more. So he's looking up research on books
the
and
7 deadly sins.
right, understand more about it.
Yeah, images from the books juxtaposed with images. I don't know if it would be juxtaposed, but it overlays with images of the crime scene. So like Mills is looking at the crime scene photos, and they mimic sort of the photos from Paradise Lost or Dante's Inferno or the Canterbury Tales or any of this kind of stuff that he's looking through. Gwyneth Paltrow looks concerned at Mills.
Yes.
Mills is like doing because
Well, he's
because
absorbed
she
in his
realizes
work.
that he's absorbed in the work, and it's kind of like taking over their lives because he's now like absorbed in the work.
I mean, it is a serial killer, so like this one will kind of take over your life because it's like
Yeah,
it's a
I mean,
major.
once
It's a major
this one's
thing.
over.
Yeah.
Like this is not going to happen multiple
I would
times.
hope.
Get done with this case, and I can write a book. We can probably retire off of that. That's fine.
I did like that Somerset wrote Mills a note that was like, you may want to check out the following books on the 7 deadly sins, which is what he's doing.
He's like, this is going to go beyond 7 days. I'm not going to finish this case. I'm not sticking around for this case to finish. So I'm going to give you the leads, and then you can fucking deal with it.
Right.
The guards tell him, like, hey, Smiley, you going to miss us? And knowing that he's going to, like, leave town. And Morgan Freeman goes, I just might. Like that. I bet you Somerset's played a little poker with these guys before.
I could kind of see it.
Yeah.
Shooting the breeze a
It's
little bit.
the only fun that this man
I
has.
feel like these guys he's okay with. He likes them.
Yeah, he's all right with them. He's leaving the office. He throws the research on Mill's desk, like you said, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Heads out. This duster and hat combo working real nice for him. And that's the end of Tuesday. It's now Wednesday. A little not Wednesday Addams, but a little anecdote about Wednesday.
Oh no.
Wednesday Addams would have figured this out toot sweet, by the way.
Potentially, she would have
She'd have
noticed.
loved
She would have.
this case.
Oh God, because it's got the 7 deadly sins to it.
It's got the 7 deadly sins
It's
in
very
it.
poetic. Yes.
That's right. I'll go check it out and read the entire thing in an hour. Or what? You can't do a Wednesday impression.
No, you
but,
just have to be really
you know,
deadpan.
but you can see that her getting into it. Oh yeah, this is actually probably season 3 of Wednesday.
It's gonna have the 7
It's
deadly
the 7
sins.
deadly. I would love instead of remaking 7 ever, you just do the same plot but in Wednesday.
Oh, because she's got her little detective outfit and everything. There you go. I like it.
Oh, I would love to see Enid wearing a duster and hats. That would be great. So this is an opportunity for them to get this back. Do a Hitchcock season. It doesn't have to be explicit. Do
No.
a 7 Deadly Sins season.
Right?
That's good ideas.
Could be interesting.
Come up with good ideas. A little anecdote about Wednesday, just in general, the day. When I worked for the football team, we would get the scripts of what the practices were going to be. Because I've mentioned on the show before that I filmed
I think so.
for the football team.
Yeah.
And so we needed to know where they were going to be at and what drills they were going to do and stuff to know how to set up the cameras and everything. That's as much cinematography as I've done. I can film sports. I would get a little fancy with it, Rachel. I'm not going to lie. Like if it was like one-on-one or like I could tell like something was going to happen, I would zoom in and the coaches would probably not happy with that. But I never got in trouble for it. So they would always they would misspell Wednesday.
Really?
You know what they would call it? Wednesday.
Oh my God. It's their Wednesday.
So I always, whenever I see it,
Good
like
Lord.
something come up saying Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. I always think Wednesday whenever I see Wednesday.
That's funny.
That is athlete mentality right there. Anyway, Mills is having trouble reading the Dante books.
Yes.
He does not understand them. Calls Dante a gay slur.
Yes, he
And
does.
a fucker.
Wasn't expecting that. It's like, all right, here we go.
Hey, it's the mid-90s. We're just flinging that
Dante.
shit around. Another
He's not an
one of his like
intellectual.
anger issues.
Yeah.
He's not an intellectual, and like his anger issues where
Right.
he just like cannot sit
doesn't-
here and like
Yeah, he doesn't have the patience for it.
no.
So it just
He gets
angers
delivered.
him.
He gets delivered.
This is amazing.
something.
Yes, from another cop.
Yeah, so he must have told some officer that, hey, can you go get me something because
Right.
I can't go
need
get
you
it
to do
myself.
like, discreetly.
Probably don't even know how to do it. Yeah, and I needed to do it discreetly.
Because he
And
gets
it's
the footnotes.
Cliff
or
Notes
Cliff Notes.
version.
I'm sorry, the Cliff Notes versions
Yeah,
of the
all
books.
the books.
Dante for dummies over here.
I thought that was a nice touch, though.
Oh no, it helps.
Do
yeah.
younger people have Cliff's Notes, Rachel?
Do they still
does that
use them?
exist? Because wouldn't you just Google it?
I
Like
guess
Wikipedia
you
will give you
would.
the summary.
Yeah, I guess you would.
You can listen to an episode of Shelf Life.
I think the bigger
at least
that's
on
true.
our-
I think the bigger problem
But-
is people are using AI instead of Cliff Notes or
Oh yeah,
any
and
of
AI
that
will
kind of
just
stuff.
AI could lie to you and tell
Right.
you the wrong plot. yeah.
Right. So I think that's the bigger problem. If you're going to do any of that, do Cliff Notes. Like
Yeah.
find somebody who's done a good talk about it. You know, that might be a little bit more interesting, and then maybe you'll get back to the book and you can read it and understand what you're reading a little bit better. But I wouldn't use AI for that.
You ever use Cliff Notes?
I did, yeah.
I remember getting
they weren't
them
that
for
great,
something.
but I remember
probably still have it.
I remember reading them just to kind of like, that's the direction, and then
You
I
like
went
the theme
and then I
better.
would go back to
Yeah.
the book. So it was
Yeah.
kind of like I'm not understanding this portion, and then that would
as
help.
a replacement, it's probably not good, but as a supplement to help you like understand what thematically the author is trying to get at. I wish I could remember what I did it for. It might have been some Shakespeare stuff. I can't remember though.
It probably was. It probably was.
Back in the day, I think they
in the
encouraged or
day.
made us get Cliff's Notes for
I think they did.
one of the stories because it was like you have to learn how to use the Cliff's Notes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like part of it.
Or it was kind of like, here's like a analysis so you understand this is what you're looking for. See
Connect
what
it
this
together,
says.
yeah.
See how
Look
this
for it,
connects.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a lot of text to it though. There's a lot of meaning in this one, and the meat on this one. Mills comes to take Somerset's office from him, and he moves to the. Somerset's like, "Oh no, sit here, sit in my desk."
Sit
And he
in your
moves to,
actual
he has
desk.
this, like, little
Yeah. I'll just go sit in the
side desk.
corner. Mm-hmm.
The pace is very deliberate as he unpacks the box, and Somerset's just doing his work. Mills is just unpacking stuff,
And hiding things.
very hiding the Cliff's Notes.
Yes.
The
his
shot
pride.
doesn't break.
Hiding his pride.
The shot doesn't break
Right.
until he hides the Cliff's Notes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it has a bit of that Hitchcockness to it, where it's just this wide shot of them in the office and just not really talking.
Organizing
or anything.
themselves. Yeah.
The phone rings, and Somerset is like,
It's yours now.
"It's your phone, yeah.
Comes
You
with
have
the
to get it.
office."
Like comes with the office.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a good little bit."
It's like, you still work here, though. This is like, they're going to be looking for you.
Well, he can always give it to him, I guess is his point. Like,
Yeah.
it's your desk, you pick it up. It's Gwyneth. It's Gwen. And I was
it's
like,
Gwen.
Gwen, like Stacy?
It's Tracy.
Tracy. Gwen Tracy. That's right. It's Tracy. He tries to whisper. He's trying to like talk to his wife
He's
while
like,
like
honey,
being
what are
this,
you
like,
doing? Like, you're not supposed to call him. Because he's like, now he's like embarrassed. I think he's embarrassed that she's
Yeah.
calling.
like, quit calling me at work. It's like Sean getting the call from Liz.
Liz, yeah. Bye, 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 bye. Hi.
She's making sure that they got their reservation.
Which, I mean, Tracy is looking for some sort of food in this one. She's talking about
Oh,
dinner.
because he's talking about dinner?
Yeah. But she's just like, I
he
don't want to talk to
hands-
you.
He hands the phone to Somerset. He's like, I don't want to do that. And then he's like, she wants to talk to you. So
And Somerset's kind of like, me? Like, why?
yeah,
That's
he takes
weird.
the phone slowly. He gets an offer. He tries to turn it down. Then he says, "I'll be
refuses.
delighted."
Yeah.
And then she hangs up on Mills, like before, like Mills takes the phone back and is like going to talk to her
Yeah, 'cause
again.
she's like, "I don't wanna
And
talk
she
to
like
you."
hangs up.
I didn't call you. I called Somerset. Like,
Somerset goes back to working. Well, what? Oh. I've been invited to a late supper at your apartment. Mills just looks dumbfounded.
my
and then
apartment?
it just cuts.
What do you mean? Like,
Really? That's what I got to deal with now? My, like, boss, technically, who's been a dick to me, because I've been a dick to him. We have to have dinner together. She's like, hello, men.
yes.
She's heard a lot about him, except his first name, which
Yes.
we have not heard either.
No.
We haven't heard either of their first names.
Right.
We learned that it's William
Yes.
Somerset and David Mills.
Yes.
Mills asks, how are the kids doing? And for a second, you know that, like, Somerset thinks, like, oh, they have kids
They have
and
children.
he's doing this job?
Right.
But no, they have
His
3
puppies.
big dogs
Yeah.
that he goes and, like, wrestles with, and he's, like, playing with, like, the dogs. He's playing with the dogs, like, the entire time that they're, like, making dinner.
Well, it's just like,
It's,
it's very cute, but at the same time, he's just like, I just gotta get away. I'm gonna go to the dogs. I love them.
I feel like the dogs are his, like, escape from...
I think they are. I think they're his happy place.
Otherwise, he would have to come home and tell Tracy, like,
All the crap.
the crap that he saw. So, like, yeah, like, playing with the dogs. I watched or listened to somebody do an analysis where, like, you can see, like, he's childish because he, like, plays with the dogs. And I was like, no, I think
I don't
that's,
think that's
like,
part of
his
it.
comfort
Yeah.
is the dogs.
Right. I think so, too.
And then, obviously, it's also, like, this place is not big enough for three
Big
they're
ass
they're not like
dogs.
Great Danes, but they're like big dogs.
Yes.
And I can't tell exactly what they are. Like, it's not a good place to like have the dogs.
Yeah,
around.
if they're like massive labs or something, I don't know.
Somerset's walking around looking at this domestic abode. He's like, I heard that you were high school sweethearts. She says that she knew on the first date that she was going to marry this guy.
Because she's funny. Because he's the
funniest
funniest
guy
man
ever.
that she ever met or whatever. Mm-hmm.
And Somerset like turns and looks at and watches
The
Mills
funniest.
playing with the dogs and is like, really? And Somerset says that it's rare for someone to be able to commit that hard.
Right.
And he takes off his duster and he's got like the gun showing. Somerset interprets this as Gwyneth is like afraid of the gun, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to wear the gun while we eat dinner."
He's like, yeah, I'm going to set it over here. Like, I'll set it to side.
And I guess that is why, because she goes, "Oh, I just can't get used to them."
Yeah, no matter
But
how, every time she sees him, she just can't get used to him. And he says the same thing. He's like, yeah, I can't either.
Part of me was thinking like, "Oh, I thought her face was responding to the commitment line of his, and then she just twisted it to be about the gun because he thought it was about the gun." But I could be completely misconstruing that.
I don't know. I could see what you mean by that. Yeah. It's
And I don't know where
potential.
that would lead of like about the commitment thing. Maybe she wanted to ask of like, what does he mean? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, but she is pregnant and like, questioning everything. I don't know. But I could be completely misconstruing or putting too much thought into that. And it is just about, she doesn't like guns. She doesn't like her husband's job.
Sure. Yeah.
And you would think it being high school sweethearts, they would have talked about him becoming a detective.
But even then, I mean, she still might not like it. She still might not like how violent and dangerous it is. That's just like going to be a given for her always, maybe. But I'm like thinking about the commitment thing. Sorry, that's why I was thinking about it. I'm thinking she felt like, because he judged him immediately, and he's just like, wow, there's actually a level of commitment between the two of you. He's seeing Mills differently, like
by playing with the dogs and like having a wife,
right,
and life and everything,
right.
Yeah.
He's humanizing him.
There's jazz music playing as they eat. Tracy asks why Somerset never married, and Somerset says that it was close once, but it just didn't happen. Most people find me disagreeable. And Mills is like, yes, very much so. Very true. He asks how they like being in the city now, and they like both hesitate to say anything, and Mills is like, it takes some time. And you could tell that Tracy doesn't like it. She wants to leave.
Yes.
She does not want to be in Gotham.
She hates where she lives. Mm-hmm.
And then they live so close to the subway that every time it passes, this would be constant.
Oh my god, it's awful.
I would just leave. I would be like, no, we're fucking leaving.
They probably just can't afford it. They probably sunk all their money to move there, and now it's kind of like, great, this is what we have to live with because we can't afford to move again. And it's so sad because the entire place just shakes. The poor dogs are barking constantly.
Mills talks about how the real
she looks like she wants to cry
about it. Yeah. Somerset makes a joke about it, like, oh, you have a great rumbling home here.
And then he starts laughing hysterically.
Well, because I think he's just like, yeah, you thought you had it all, and then, of course, like, nothing works. Nothing ever is as how it seems. Somebody was trying to screw you over, so he's, like, laughing about it all.
Yeah.
And then they all laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan
sometimes
Freeman,
you just have to laugh at something.
I
couldn't tell if it was just Morgan Freeman, like, all of a sudden he couldn't stop laughing in this scene, so they're just like, just keep it.
No, that's gotta be
It was
in the
just
script.
the way he was
funny
laughing.
Enough to do that.
I don't know.
He's an actor. He's good. His like whole register changes when he laughs because he's like, ha ha!
Yeah,
he's like laughing like the Joker.
Yeah, all right, laugh it up.
Sometimes you just have to laugh at it.
Like, what else can you do? You can't do anything about it.
Then
they work after dinner.
They work. I guess it makes sense. They're two guys.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because like that's what
they're
you
working
have
on a case together.
Because you know what happened. Like she was like,
I'll
one of
clean
them
up or
said,
something.
Mills was probably like, you know what I think, and Tracy was like, well,
I'm great. You guys
if
are
you
gonna
two are gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, and then they were like, all right, well, bring out the photos. Like, okay, let's like,
yeah.
let's do some work.
Right.
So they talk about how the killer of Gould, the attorney, could have gotten in on the Friday and like done all of this stuff over the weekend and gotten out of there but like before Monday or something. Like if he would have snuck in and like stayed in the building on a Friday and the guy worked late, or he knew the lawyer was going to work late, like maybe that's how he like got in without anybody noticing. Mm-hmm. He was bound. He was handed a butcher knife.
Yes.
And then told like you can cut a pound out of yourself wherever you would like, but you need to cut a pound. So where would you cut? What would you do if you were told you have to cut a pound off of yourself? Like where would you
take?
And it's like, well, the love handle, because like that's what good is that?
It's like unnecessary, right? Like it's like just get rid of it type of deal.
And Somerset tells him like you need to find a detail to focus on and obsess over it and try to find out if that detail has meaning. That's the key to like detective work. Mills, because he does not have the attention span to be able to do that, is like, well, I'm gonna go get a beer. He's like, do you want anything? And Somerset asks for wine. They come up with the idea that he's preaching and punishing the sins.
Right.
Somerset goes into the whole business of like, well, the 7 deadly sins were used in preaching as part of like, medieval times preaching. Like these are the things you cannot do. And Mills
like
quotes something from it. Somerset's like, you read the books. And I love that Brad Pitt under his breath like mutters to himself. He just goes, some of them, or like skimmed them is what he says. Like he mutters it. Mm-hmm. And then they said like, well, he's doing them all out of order because pride comes first, not gluttony. So that's not helping at all. Some of these sins were atonement and like forced attrition, where it's like you hate your sin. Something about like you hate your sin and you hate that you did your sin, but you don't ask God for forgiveness. Like it doesn't have anything to do with wanting God's forgiveness and love. So like that's also like part of it. I didn't quite follow all of that because it was over my head, Rachel.
It was a little too much. Yeah. Sometimes it becomes a little too much. I guess it's because you're feeling guilty for yourself instead of for God. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. It's something where it's just like you don't care about God's forgiveness as much as like
you forgiving yourself,
something for yourself. Yeah. So they're going over this and they're trying to go over the timeline of when the guy would have been able to get out of there. Mm-hmm. Mills is like, how could there been no witness? How could no one have seen something? And Somerset's like, well, that's the difference between this city and like wherever you came from.
Sure.
Is that this city is so big, people are just minding their own business. Like no one gives a shit if they see
anything.
No one's going to remember the 100 faces that they see walking down the street. They're not going to, like, it's just not going to happen.
No, they're not going to notice something like that. He uses the example of women, you don't yell rape, or help, you yell fire. People will look for fire because now they're going to have to protect themselves.
But saying help or rape,
that doesn't do anything.
Which is sad. It's very cynical.
Very cynical.
Well, Mills even says like that's fucking bleak or whatever he says.
Yeah, I think he just says it's fucked up.
Yeah, I think he says it's fucked up.
Which it is.
Is that still true, Rachel? Is that still what they say?
I think they still say that.
Assume,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I would think that like in today's day and age.
Mm-mm. Nobody wants to get involved in anything, especially in today's day and age. Nobody wants to get involved.
Well, because you could easily see where, like, no, because if I go over there, it's going to be a setup. It's like if you see somebody on the side of the road.
Oh, that too, yeah.
And they, like, need help. It's like,
I don't know.
They're taught, like,
I don't trust it.
Don't stop. Because you don't know if, like, it's somebody trying to rob you.
Right.
Like,
it's sad, and it's true. You don't know if somebody's trying to scam, rob, kill you. I'm skeptical of everybody. I'm a woman. I have to be.
Apparently, we're very close to this
Gotham
world. No good deed goes unpunished. Is the thought there? Mills wants to go to sleep, and Somerset says that he's still gonna leave, and you're gonna have to figure this out. And then Mills remembers that the picture of the woman is an actual woman. But, like, because it was in black and white, I was like, it is? There's just some dame that they need to go talk to now?
It was in black and white. Yeah, the picture was.
Oh, yeah, we found Eli Gold's dame. We got her in a safe house over on 34th Street. Oh, the one of the best little details about this scene, though, is the subway goes again.
Mm-hmm.
And Somerset, because he's been so focused on the work, like, didn't bother to, like, look at the wine that he was, like, didn't think about, like, the fact that Mills handed him, instead of a wine glass,
just a full
a
cup.
like, glass
Yes.
of wine. Like, a full, like, water drink glass.
Yes.
And
They had
Somerset,
wine glasses at dinner.
Yeah. And, well, that's part of, like, his immaturity.
Yeah.
And Somerset picks it up when the subway thing happens because he's used to, like, oh, this is one of these apartments. Okay.
Yeah.
And, like, picks it up and gives it a look. Morgan Freeman,
huh?
like, looks at it like, what? Like, you
Like,
gave
what
me
is
a
this?
Yeah, you gave me a glass of wine. It's a really nice little detail.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, what if she had to see something?
Or what
Like,
if she did
that's the
see
thing.
something?
Like,
Yeah.
she saw something.
Yeah.
Tracy was sleeping.
Like, just
I
passed
think
out
she-
on the bed. Yeah. I guess
Yeah,
waiting.
th-
I guess
okay,
waiting for
this
Brad
is-
Pitt to come to bed, Mills to come to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, but they both left because they're like, well, we got to go over
We're gonna
to
go
the
check
safe
this
house.
out. Yeah.
How come the Millses never sleep with, like, covers? They're always just, like, on this mattress.
My assumption is that they're in some box. They found blankets, but they couldn't find the sheets. And they're in some
okay.
box still, and they just haven't unpacked everything yet.
All right, that's fair.
But yeah, you're right. It is just kind of like, here's this mattress. No
They
sheets.
make it seem like she just sleeps a lot in this shitty house. Like, she's like, it's like not to mention Devil's Advocate.
I knew you were gonna say it. I felt it coming. Go on.
Because it is.
It
It's
is.
like Charlize Theron in Devil's Advocate,
Yeah.
where she, like, goes fucking crazy because she's just cooped up in this
Yeah,
house. in
freaking
this
yellow wallpaper.
shitty house. Green wallpaper.
Whatever. I'm mentioning a different book. I'm mentioning the reference.
I mean, Devil's Advocate stole a lot from this movie. Probably there's a lot of Se7en ripoffs. I feel like Se7en has a lot of ripoffs.
They're like, oh, we could
In the late
use
90s.
that. Hmm.
But it just makes it feel like she just doesn't like it.
Yeah.
She gets up and finds.
Well, I
that
mean,
they
it's like
left.
late. It's like midnight probably, or 1 a.m, and she's like, where
Yeah,
the hell
they
did
have
they
to
go?
wake up like the widow of Gold to like, or Gould to like figure out the answer to this question. Like, you couldn't wait till the morning.
No,
to
because
do
there's a
this?
serial killer. 2 people are dead. They don't know who's going to be next. And then I guess if they're trying to figure something out fast, if she's awake, she's awake.
They show her the pictures.
And she's
With
like
the body
hysterical. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're seeing.
It's
your, like,
understandable.
husband's-
I know. It's just
Yeah.
the way. She's wearing like this leopard print dress and stuff.
Yeah, she's like a Gumar. She's like
A
like,
Gumar?
Look it up. It's like the lady of the mafia. Osons.
Oh, okay.
A Gumar.
Yeah, she does kind of look like that. Yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
you that one. Because her
I
hair
think
is all
that's
fluffy and stuff too.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a little bit of like commentary on the type of person that Gould was, and that she is.
Yeah,
and
a bit of a
and you
gold
can tell that
digger
she. You
kind
can
of
tell
woman.
that she complained about having to be at this safe house because it looks like a shitty motel.
Oh yeah.
Like, doesn't it? It's got
Yes.
that look to it.
Yes, absolutely.
Mills is the one like directing her to look at all the photos, and Somerset comes and walks by and is like, maybe we should like leave. And do
Well,
this
he's
another
saying like maybe
time."
we missed something. Maybe there was something we didn't see.
Oh yeah, maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it has nothing to do with her, and now we've made her look at all these fucking photos
Yeah.
of her dead husband.
Well, like, because if you think about it, the picture wasn't facing the desk anymore, so it was very obvious. Like the murderer turned it around. Was it facing a specific way? Like, that's what I would have thought. Was it facing a specific way that we were supposed to look at something or look at the way the body was placed? You know, all of that kind of stuff is where I would have gone with it. But they went straight to the wife, and now she's hysterical, and they're like, wait, maybe we looked at this wrong.
But the wife gets like clarity at a moment. She's like, oh wait. I like how she like completely stops crying and stuff to be like, wait a minute.
Well, because it's one of those things where it's like in your brain, something just like snapped, and you're like, wait, this is weird.
Yeah, something's wrong here. The art on the wall is upside down. Mm-hmm. And it's like all these like...
It's very
the
abstract.
shapes.
It's very abstract.
It's just shapes. So it's a bunch of rectangles and triangles.
Right. So how do you know it's
By all
upside
these
down? She's like, I
rectangles
know
and
it's upside
triangles.
down, you know, because it's like, it's an art piece. I've seen it forever. It's upside down. maybe the name's written
But
on
the
the
ge-
other side. It's
But the
upside
genius
down
of
now.
that too is like if it was a landscape or something, it would be,
It would be
obvious,
so
that
obvious.
it's upside down.
Right.
They head back and they take the painting off the wall, and they're like, well, there's nothing here. And I was like, obviously cut the back off, you guys. Like, what are you doing? So he takes out his switchblade. I like how Mills is like, what the hell is that? And he's like, a switchblade.
Yeah, like,
Shut
what's,
up.
What's the
Like,
big deal? I have like a pocket knife. Like, why is that weird to have?
well, a switchblade is a little bit
Okay,
different,
fine.
as you
I guess
know.
that's fair.
As you know. But I think that this is one of Somerset's ways of being like, I'm not going to take the gun out. But if I ever end up in trouble in this bastard of a
godforsaken
city,
world.
yeah, I'm going to have the switch.
So they rip that off. Don't see anything.
Nothing's there. Mills gets all pissed off. He's like, he's fucking with us. He's bending us over. He's like even demonstrating.
He's even
this
like,
is us.
this is us right now. I was like, wow, now that's childish. Now he's acting like ridiculous.
That's copy though. Is
Is
it's
it
a
copy?
buddy cop movie.
That's copy?
I think so.
I really don't like
In a
the cops
way,
then,
it's
if
the
that's how they
immature-
act.
it's that- because it's the immature cop and the mature cop. Like that's what they're getting at. It's
know,
the
but-
loud mouth. It's the bad cop, good cop. That's
Yes.
the dynamic.
I know, but we've been talking about how immature he is, and that to me really screams it.
Somehow Somerset gets the idea that like, wait a minute. And it makes sense. Like now you have to, because they're like, there were no fingerprints found. There was nothing found. There was never any fingerprints or any trace of like a person being in there. Mm-hmm. But then he wipes down the wall, and there's fingerprints on the wall.
Yes.
And they're like, okay, now we got to get forensics in here. So the lab comes in, and the guy that you get the point of view of the forensics guy wiping the wall down first, and he's just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's fingerprints saying help me.
Yep. On the wall, behind a painting.
It's creepy.
That is
Good
creepy.
imagery.
That's weird.
They analyze it and they cannot find a match. This is Morgan Freeman's son, I guess. Is it? Finger? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I saw that trivia there. They're waiting for a match to come up, and the fingerprint and
I love that
analyst
this
guy
guy's
goes,
just like, this could take days.
well, because they're talking to each other, and
Yeah.
they're doing their little like old couple bickering argument stuff
Yeah.
with each other, and he's like, "Look, guys, this is gonna take like 3 days.
Why don't you go away?"
leave?" Could you please leave?
I gotta do my job now, and having you guys over my shoulder sucks. Please go away.
Oh, you need a fingerprint analysis. Well, that's going to take at least 3 days. Hands him a giant carton of cigarettes. Oh, did I say 3 days? I meant 3 minutes. Another Simpsons reference. That was from Who Shot Mr. Burns. They sit on the couch.
Yeah, they're just like lounging on the couch at this point in the hallway.
Somerset is telling Mills his philosophy about what detective work is all about, which is like you just take everything down, you put your files away, just in case they may be needed in a courtroom at some point. Mm-hmm. You're picking up diamonds on an island in case you get rescued. He must have a track record of finding out that like a lot of the crime scenes that he sees, no one ever gets found, and all of this stuff, all these like unsolved homicides.
Oh, you think it's like a
things
lot of
that.
unsolved mysteries type of thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because, I mean, even now, like,
there's
I
so
would
many
wager
unsolved.
a large percentage of the crime scenes that he'd see in, like,
Mm-hmm.
homicide are suicides, gang-related
Mm.
stuff, like, things that are never going to get you, like, a true justice.
Mm.
So it's, like, all for naught kind of thing in his head.
Sure.
Mills says that that's bullshit. Somerset says that even the most promising clues sometimes lead to nothing. It's all just unrevenged. Mills is like, no, you like finding the clues. You like doing all of this stuff because there is something to it.
Yeah.
Even though you keep telling yourself there isn't. They're getting somewhere. And he like turns and he falls asleep. And then it's Thursday and they're both sleeping on the couch. I would have enjoyed if they were both had like their heads on each other's like shoulders.
Yeah, like
doing
like
one
half
of those.
cuddle. Yeah. They almost do. I mean, they kind of are, like, all the cops around them are acting like, yeah, here's the couple. Like,
That's a long night, though, because think about what happened. So they had dinner.
he is
They
he
probably
does have
talked
his head
and
on
stuff.
his shoulder.
It was a late supper. Mm-hmm. Then they worked at the Millses. Then they went to the safe house,
Yes.
which is probably out of town
Oh my god,
somewhere.
it has to be, right?
Then they went back to Gould's
Office.
Office.
And we're searching through it.
Then they had to get the forensics guy in.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went to the lab, and then they fell asleep on the couch.
So is it like
So-
it was probably like 4 a.m,
At least!
right? Because I was like, there's like nobody here.
Ethan Hunt's walking back to the fucking safe house at the same time that these guys are doing their bullshit. Arlie Ermy wakes up and is like, "Wake up, maggots! We got a winner." So they found a match to the fingerprints. It's Theodore Allen. Also goes by Victor, and his fingerprints were there. He has a long rap sheet. His lawyer was Eli Gould.
Yes.
So
there's
they're getting
connection.
a team. Mm-hmm. And because it's the Gould murder specifically, they're getting a SWAT team ready to go in. But Mills and Somerset are like, this doesn't fit this guy's rap sheet. He's just like a career criminal predator.
Yeah, he's just a gross guy. This is too dramatic. This is all drama. This
Right.
guy doesn't
This
do drama.
It doesn't fit this guy's MO. This guy's just a scumbag.
This guy's just a scumbag. Yes.
We're looking for somebody trying to send a message. He's preaching. Mm-hmm. So they think it's a bad lead. But SWAT heads out in force. It's still raining, of course.
Mm-hmm.
If it rained like this, and any folks at home, for those that are
Floods.
international or thinking about geography, outside of like the Florida rain, like
Where it,
the,
like,
the daily
rains
like Florida rain
For a couple hours every day, yeah, or like 20 minutes or
10
something.
minutes.
Yeah.
Outside of that, if it rained like this for like 4 straight days in most of America's largest cities, yeah, you'd have flooding and
floods
shit.
everywhere.
It would be insane.
Oh,
People
yeah.
would be talking about, because it's not just rain; it's like downpour, which
Right.
it's thematic.
It's very
thematic.
thematic, yes. The way they come
But
out of
still.
the I guess the garage at the underneath the precinct too. Why, in God's name, did anybody decide architecturally that angle of a road for them
to
to
go
get
up
out
the ramp
Yes,
like
a couple
that?
of the cars like slam into it and they're bouncing off of it. I'm like, Jesus.
If you need to get in or out of there quickly,
So
you better be a Terminator to be able to drive into
Right?
this parking, or Jason Bourne. I
Yeah,
guess,
because
to
that
be
whole
able to get
thing
into
is
this
now
fucking thing.
flooded from the rains. Now you have to get out of this ridiculous ramp.
Parking garage.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's goofy.
We get more history between Mills and Somerset as they ride over. They're like with SWAT. Mills asks him, like, "Do you ever take a bullet?" And he's like, "Not once in 34 years." He only took his gun out 3 times, but never used it. He asks Mills if he ever did. He's like, "Yeah, once." I couldn't figure out what happened here.
He didn't take a bullet.
He shot once.
Yes.
A rookie. They were looking for a junkie. They went into the apartment. The guy opened fire. He had to shoot back, and the other guy, one
Got
of his
shot.
like other cops, got shot.
Yes.
And I can't, because he's like, "Oh, what was his name? What was his name?" And is he trying to remember the name of the other cop that got
Yes.
shot? Okay, so this is proving some sort of point for Somerset, right? Because he's like looking forlorn about the story. Because Mills is like, "Ah, shit, I can't remember his name." And is it just because that lack of humanity
I think it
of
is.
like remembering the name of a fellow officer
That
that
fell
was
and-
shot on
right.
duty? Yeah.
With him.
Right, because like for Mills, that was just like a story to tell, and like
I feel like
that
yes.
part of it doesn't matter. I'm gonna give Mills a little bit of benefit of the doubt, though, where like that's a traumatic story,
It is.
and knowing Mills, he did not go to like the therapy sessions to
Oh,
like
God,
talk
no.
it out.
Or he
So-
did, but he didn't do shit in it. Like
Yeah, so he's just like blacked out that story and the details from his life.
Yeah. God, I don't remember most people's names probably from
But
from
you would
anything.
remember the name of the dying cop or
Probably,
the junkie that you
maybe.
shot.
Yeah,
to
well, I don't think
save
I don't
him.
think he cared about the junkie's name. I highly doubt he would have cared what that man's name was.
Even so, I just think that you'd remember that.
I would
that
think
would be like
so.
something you'd remember.
Sure.
They go up to the room with this bombastic music playing. Howard Shore's score is going nuts here.
It
It's
goes. It gets
it's-
so
it's very-
dramatic. This gets ridiculous.
Yes. It has
It
that
has this
Silence of the
urgent
Lambs
feeling.
feel. It has this the guy that did Psycho, Bernard Herrmann.
Mm-hmm.
It has that very Bernard Herrmann like bombasticity to it, that because it's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun,
it
dun.
gets crazy here. They want you to feel like this is climactic.
Yeah, a horror climax of some kind. I thought it's to portray Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
Like it's like ramping up. It sounds like hellfire. It sounds like you're walking into like it's like a church preaching hellfire music.
Right. Hellfire.
Yes,
Elvira. Whatever the hell he says.
I think he just says hellfire again, but yeah.
I thought he calls her Elvira.
Whatever. Anyway, what were you going
She's
to say?
Esmeralda.
Yeah, it's Esmeralda.
But
it's Elvira.
Whatever. I was going to say there's a big difference between the rushing need of these cops of the SWAT team going in to get this guy and our two mains who seem very this isn't our guy, blasé.
Yeah, they don't think it's the right guy.
So it makes you go, there's this sense of urgency here, but then over here there isn't. So you're just like, but wait, what am I supposed to feel right now?
I get.
Are we finding?
I get what you're saying.
What are we gonna find? What are they? What are they
I
going
think that
towards?
they're still they're entering what might be the climax, and maybe that's done on purpose because of the fact that like the detectives don't think it's right, but the cops do. Mm-hmm. I think it works in the way
they're just jumping on it the second they were given it. Like, all right, this is it. This is it. We're not even thinking about it.
I think you're given enough of that tension of like you're entering the next circle of hell.
Okay.
With the SWAT team going nuts. I think it just is supposed to amp it up.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying because like Somerset and Mills are like this isn't.
They seem
get us
way
anywhere.
more
This isn't the right
relaxed
guy.
than everybody else in this part.
This whole city has no lights. This building also has terrible lighting.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if this is a
The
real
Sims-
building? Is it abandoned? Is it one where like people just go and do drugs?
It looks like it's just another slum apartment complex. The Sims have terrible wellness throughout this entire city because they don't have any windows or lights or anything, and you know how the Sims love all that stuff. So it's just
their environment score. Is that what you're
talking
about?
Yeah, that score is really low.
I was like, where are you going with this?
I do like that you can tell what kind of neighborhood it is too, because all the residents like assume the position. Like if I saw a SWAT team enter the apartment building, I would freak the fuck out. My first reaction would be like, "Holy shit!"
Nope,
like I'm not just like.
Well, he just like pushes himself up
I'd be like, "Whoa!"
Off the wall. Like, nope, I know you're not here for me.
One of the SWAT guys is Dr. Cox. Did you notice that, Rachel?
I did not notice that. What does that mean?
Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Oh, okay. That feels like such a weird reference.
Oh, great.
Well, I was like, is this something with Dante? Is there like, is there a thing like with the 7 deadly sins? I'm like, am I supposed to understand where this? No, it's just Scrubs.
I just thought I was like, oh, I recognize him. It's weird in the.
Oh, you mean like
credits.
that person actually is?
Yeah, John C. McGinley is playing.
Oh, I did not notice that at all. I just yeah. No.
I was like, look, it's Dr. Cox.
I thought you meant like his name was Cox or something, and I was supposed to get the reference, it meant something to the story.
His name is California, which when we get to the end of the movie. I always thought that was like the code name for the helicopter, but apparently that's specifically Brian Cox.
Oh, that's weird.
California, get away from here. John Doe has the upper hand now.
Anyways, so they're in the apartment.
They bust in and find this shitty apartment. There's air fresheners hanging everywhere, which, like, look, I know you're SWAT guys. I know you're supposed to do a certain job of, like, clearing the place first.
Yes.
But I'm sorry. If I walk into an apartment building or an apartment and there are thousands of air fresheners hanging from the ceiling, that's going to be my first question. I'm going to go...
Red flag?
The hell? Something's weird here. Before I start clearing out all the rooms. Mm-hmm. That's just me. There is this slow shot to the bedroom.
Yes.
Very cinematic. The way Fincher goes fun with all of the moving around the walls and stuff in all of these different apartments that you like move around in, and this is no exception to that.
Well, because it's like so dusty, like their lights on their guns are, it's just like the way it hits the light and everything.
Yeah, it's you can see all the dust getting kicked up as they walk around and stuff. They pull the sheet of a bed down thinking that they're going to find
their man there. They're yelling at him to get up, get up.
So they pull the sheet down, and it
This
reveals
is grotesque.
a living corpse. This is the gnarliest
grotesque.
one of all of them.
It looks like a mummified body.
Yeah,
It's disgusting. They're all like, oh god, the smells. There's like pustules or like things on this guy. His hand was cut off, so he's missing a hand.
The word sloth is written on the wall above the bed. It's the best like makeup effects because he looks like the Crypt Keeper, but if the Crypt Keeper became more anemic,
right?
Like it's like his skin is like wasting away and like see through. It's like not quite skeleton, but it's like getting there. Like that's the look,
right? And they find some pictures in a box.
Well, they call for the dicks.
Oh yeah,
they call them dicks for detective. Of
right.
course, they're going dicks and shouting at him. It looks like John Doe took a picture of the guy every day for a year.
Yes.
Like exactly, like to the day.
Yes.
Showed the progression because they like got the first picture he looks normal and then like every other
he
picture.
He just keeps looking more and more like he's just wasting away. And of course Mills says again, because he says this multiple times, he's laughing at us.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he finds like samples from
there's samples in a bucket of like piss and
fingernails,
fingernails, like anything for DNA samples.
Right.
Like it's all in the buckets. Yeah.
So you know it's actually him.
Dr. Cox goes down into the guy's face and says,
I do not know Scrubs as well as you do.
Oh, interesting. What if there's
I
a
remember
Halloween
it, but
episode of
we'll see.
I've got those DVDs in a box because I'm like, I don't need these anymore. I gotta get rid of these.
Wow.
I don't need them. It's not that good of a show. Like, there's good episodes,
Sure.
but overall, I don't need all these scrubs. Dr. Cox goes down into the guy's face and says, you got what you deserved. Because he remember, he's like this drug addict, predator, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But he's alive, and you get a jump scare
because
the goes like, or like coughs at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a regular cough, isn't it? It's just like a cough.
And then he starts moving, and this is grotesque.
It's really
to me.
gross.
It's really
gross.
creepy. It's so creepy and disgusting.
It's the most horror movie part.
That is like
of everything.
Grotesque body horror right there to me. The way he's like moving on the bed.
Yes.
And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, because it's very like stilted because he can like barely move or anything.
He can barely function.
Yeah. They call for an ambulance, and an ambulance comes to get the corpse guy. Mills is getting pissed off about everything, and Somerset is like, you have to divorce your emotion from this. You can't be emotional. There's no way that you can actually solve this or like work under that kind of condition. And Mills disagrees and says that he feeds on emotion. Like, that's how he gets everything done. Some reporters have come to the scene, and one of them takes a picture of him.
Yes.
And Mills tells him to get out, and he's shouting at the guy, and the guy's like, I have a right to be here. I can
I'm gonna like
be
report
here. It's my
you
right.
or whatever. And he's like,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
report
fucking
you
Mills. And he
Yeah,
spells
I'm
it. I'm
David
surprised
Mills,
you can
M-I-L-L-S.
fucking spell.
So he shouts his name back, thinking that he's media, and that comes to play later for sure. And Mills turns to Somerset and says, how do they even find this so fucking quickly? And Somerset says, they pay police for information. And they pay well. Rachel, when I was Googling to find background info on Se7en, one of the things I found was like fan theories.
Okay.
Like, you know how there's like fan theories for everything, and Se7en has a million of them.
Of course.
One of them was that John Doe paid Somerset for Mills's information, and I was like, no, that it got shut down so quickly because like it was like, well, how would John Doe know that she was pregnant? And it was like,
Because he chopped her
if a
up.
lady is going to be murdered, she's going to say, please no, I'm pregnant. Like, that is way more believable than Somerset being a
Part of
paparazzi. Yeah, like that is so
what the fuck?
stupid. I was like, that's such a stupid theory.
Here, let me tell this
and I saw it
random-
multiple times.
Yeah, that just doesn't
So
make any
it's either like
sense.
some crazy man running around trying to get that theory to spread, or multiple people thought it, and I was like, that doesn't even make any fucking
It
sense.
doesn't. It makes no sense.
It's just trying to like connect that, oh, Somerset was a bad guy too, and it's like that. What? Like, where? How does that fit the narrative or the theme?
He's
at
only
all?
a bad guy in the apathy that he starts to feel towards the city and justice and all of that kind of shit. That's where his like bad guyness comes in. I wouldn't say that he would do any informant stuff to photographers and journalists. Nah.
Mills stares at Somerset because like Somerset's looking at him and is pissed that that's how Mills reacted.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just told him, do not let your emotions take the best of you. Mills is like, what? And Somerset just goes like, no, nothing. It's just impressive to see a man, like, use his emotions that way. I wrote, see a cop pay for emotion, but I don't think that's what he actually says.
No.
I think he says, like, a man uses emotion.
Impressive to see a man feeding off of the emotions.
Feeding off his emotions, yeah. He's insulting him or taunting him and being like, yeah, you did a great job there using your emotions. Like, you feed off your emotions. Like, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we learn the man that this guy was basically kept alive, right? So
Yeah.
his brain is mush. He chewed off his own tongue. He would die of shock if you flashed a light in his eye. He's suffered like no one ever, and he still has hell to look forward to.
Yep.
Is how the doctor describes it.
Pretty
'Cause
much.
everyone knows like he's a piece of shit, but like yeah, he was like suffered as much as like could be humanly possible as he like wasted away like slowly, thus sloth.
But now that was
I,
kind of forced upon him. The sloth part was forced upon him.
That's what I thought.
So
too.
it feels kind of weird that this is the one that he chose to become sloth. I guess because he's a
What?
drug addict. So like as a drug addict, most of the time you're just gonna be
Drug
laying
addict.
about.
Yeah,
But he has so
I-
many other things on his rap sheet too. So it's just like
Yeah, when he had like rape or whatever else on the rap, like those,
trying to
like
rape of a minor and stuff like that.
this one could have fit several. So he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill this guy. So I guess like
So
he
I'm
was
guessing
just like,
he
all
just
right, I'll go
chose
with sloth.
right. Like you chose to be a drug addict that probably brought on everything else that you did. I guess. So let me lay you around like a drug addict or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Tracy calls Somerset and says that she needs someone to talk to in the morning, and she's like, I mean, I know you're the only person I know. I really need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
And he's just like befuddled about it, but he's like, okay, like if you really need to, like
Sure.
I'll talk to you. Sure, I'll meet you. So then we cut to Friday. They're at some shitty little diner. Looks great. It's the Seinfeld diner,
It's
Rachel.
such a diner.
Do-do-do-boop-boop-boop-doop-doop-doop.
Yeah.
So then
It's
he
also
was
the
just-
diner that Mr. and Mrs. Smith stopped at, so
It does look like that diner too. Yeah.
so Brad Pitt's used
But-
to this.
Yeah, he is. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't. Yeah, having breakfast here every morning. They could have ran into him.
Right.
So they had him tied down and fed him spaghetti the entire time. I couldn't do it, Jerry. I couldn't do it. I could do it.
Oh my
I
god.
could do it.
I couldn't do it.
I could do it with cereal, I'll tell you that. But spaghetti, it's too filling, George. 12 hours of it.
You think that was a good one? I feel like Kramer would have some sort of comment with that he'd be like, "Oh, I'd be
Oh,
down
yeah.
for it." Giddy up.
Oh, I would try that. Giddy up. Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh,
The
no.
7 deadly sins, but applied to the Seinfeld universe.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
gluttony is Newman,
Uh-huh.
obviously. Sloth is Kramer.
Is it though? I was kind of thinking no, you're right. Let's give sloth to Kramer cuz George has a
Yeah.
better one.
George is Wrath.
Right. Elaine
Jerry
is
is- I could see that. I was gonna give Vanity to Jerry.
yeah.
100%. Mm-hmm. I was actually thinking Pride for Elaine.
You think she's Pride? I could see that. I could also
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, I'll give her Pride. That's fine.
Oh, I mean, because what else could they be?
Who else would
what are
there
the
be?
other ones? Oh, Greed. That's all of them.
That's
and Envy
Newman.
is also all of them.
Yes.
Write that paper, folks. Write your term papers on the Seinfeld universe. Seven
Seinfeld
Deadly
Sins.
Sins. Yeah, I'd like that. I like that very much. I mean, there's other characters too. You've got who would be a good representation of lust? Again, they all are because they all sleep around.
Yeah, all they do is sleep
but
around.
Elaine with the sponges. Elaine's got those sponges.
Well, Jerry
So that's
also,
definitely
though.
right. He made out during Schindler's List.
Right, that's crazy.
That's gotta be lust right there.
Oh. I was actually thinking George could be envy, and his dad is wrath.
I would be fine with that as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Serenity now. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that.
There you go. I think a lot of them
Okay.
have wrath. Elaine, wrath.
Elaine has some wrath.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Putty could be
Slothish.
definitely. Peterman could be pride
Oh, very good.
and vanity.
yeah.
That both of them. Yeah. I want to do this all night, but we probably
I know we
should
should
keep
stop.
going. So
I digress.
So they're at the diner, and she admits that she hates living here. She hates this city. She hates her life. She hates her husband.
Well, she
she
doesn't
doesn't hate
hate
her
him.
husband or anything. She just hates
She
the
just
city.
didn't want to live here. Yeah.
Yeah, she did not want to live here. I do also like that little detail in the house where the dog's room is covered in newspaper.
Yes.
So they can't even properly
Take them out
the
at
dogs
times.
out.
Right. I think she might be afraid to, because she was like, she's a teacher. We find out that she's a teacher.
Was a teacher.
Well, she was a teacher because she's trying to find places, and they probably don't need her. You know, they probably can't take her on. And she's like, but it's
she's like,
all
the schools here
awful.
suck.
Yeah,
too.
and it
It's
sucks.
and she's like, well, what about private schools and this and that? Yeah. He's trying to cheer her up, or
Right.
trying to discuss it with her. And he's like, okay, something's actually bothering you. Why don't you tell me what's actually bothering you? And she says that she's pregnant. And Somerset is like, I don't think I'm the one you should be telling this to.
Which, yeah,
But
fair.
her whole point is like, okay, great. Now we're going to have a baby.
In this
and
shithole
we're
that I
in
hate.
this hellhole.
Yep.
Yeah. And Somerset breaks his silence of this and is like, I was in a relationship once. We weren't married, but we might as well have been. And he says we got pregnant. I like how he said that. And then he's like, one morning
Well, it takes
I went
two
off
to
work.
tango, Kev.
That's true. Most of the time. And he says that everything changed. He went to work the first day after he knew, and he felt a fear
Yeah.
that he had never felt before. And he told her, he came home and he said that he didn't want it. He wore her down.
Which sounds
so,
awful.
He's confessing his sins.
Yes.
Yeah. The wearing her down part, if you want to say, I can't do this, we're bringing a kid into, everything that I see in this world, I don't think I'm ready for it or whatever.
This
it's
is
the
his
wearing
take.
her down
I
part is, what
know.
he carries with him.
Right.
And he says he's positive he made the right decision, but he wishes he made a different choice. He knows that he shouldn't have. He would be a bad father, or he shouldn't have brought
This
the
is a
kid into
shitty
the
world
or
to bring
he-
a child into the
Yeah.
world, but he wishes he kept it.
But he's still
Kind
I
of.
wish I made the
I think he just
wrong
regrets
decision.
it. I think he just regrets
It's regret.
the whole
Yeah,
thing
it's just
because he
regret.
probably lost her.
Yeah,
lost,
she left.
lost the baby, and
Yeah.
he never fell in love again. He never had any
Where's your-
of that again.
Because I was gonna say, where's the fan theory on that she just left and took the kid with her
And she
or
has
something,
the
and it's
baby,
not
and he
really-
has
yeah.
a child somewhere.
Yeah, there could be that fan theory, but I mean, I think the fact that he wore her down
I
is
know.
the telling.
Yeah,
part
that's the
of
telling
that.
part.
He tells Tracy that if you decide to abort, do not tell him
Yep.
that you did it.
That it never happened. This baby never existed.
Right. Just don't even let it know that it happened. And he says, but if you keep it, spoil that kid every chance you get. And he's like, that's my advice. And she starts crying.
Of course.
Credit to Gwyneth
Understandable.
Paltrow here. It's a really authentic cry.
Yeah.
It's very authentic. The way that she does it on when Morgan Freeman says spoil that kid,
Yes.
the turn that he has there when he's giving the advice and he says if you're going to keep that kid, you better spoil the hell out of it.
Right.
That fearful, joyful, I know somebody's trying to cheer me up cry.
Yeah.
Very good. Spot on by Gwyneth Paltrow in that scene. She's another two-timer here because of Iron Man. We're not celebrating two-timers, but just pointing that out.
I know.
Just point that out.
I know.
Kevin Spacey,
we have many
Gwyneth Paltrow, Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time for Morgan Freeman.
It is the first time.
Interesting. We've only got 4 left, according to the big board. We've got Envy, Wrath, Pride, and Lust. So what's going to happen next? Do you see how long it's been since the last... Well, I guess we had Sloth. I guess we did have Sloth. Because, like, in my head, I'm thinking, like,
Sloth
it's been
was
a
right
while
there.
since we had a death. But Sloth was there.
Mm-hmm. It's like almost... It feels like almost every other scene, if not every 2 scenes, you get a sin.
Yeah. So maybe the paced out part of it is more what I was thinking. And it was just because I was watching it and taking notes and everything.
Could be.
Mills says that he's probably insane. He's probably dancing around in grandma's panties and smearing himself in peanut butter as we speak. And Somerset is like, I wouldn't dismiss him like that. Like, he's clearly very deliberate, very patient and intelligent, and he's beating us at this. He might be crazy, but, like, he's not the insane person that you think he is. But Mills thinks that his luck is going to run out. It's interesting that one of them is more optimistic, and it's Mills, the angry, immature one is the more optimistic one.
He's optimistic that he's going to get him. I think he's very...
prideful.
Yes, he's very prideful. He's very confident. Because he also doesn't want to be sitting around. He hates that where do we find a lead? We have nothing that can point us to somebody.
Yeah, there's nothing
And
there.
he's like, so I have to wait for somebody else to die to actually do something? Like, I think he's getting frustrated by that, too.
Well, and the intellectualism of the way that Somerset is trying to go about it, too, is probably frustrating for him because it's completely the opposite of, like, his instincts of what he should be doing.
Yeah.
Somerset's talking about how, like, okay, it was exactly 1 year, remember the words from the book and everything. A good line by Mills here, he says, just because the fucker's got a library card doesn't make him Yoda. Mm-hmm. That, for some reason, gives Somerset an idea. Oh, it does, because of the library card part.
Right.
And they run out of the office in a very cinematic way again.
Yes.
Where it's almost like a comic book panel.
Yes, where they're, like,
The way
doing
that
this.
this
It's
was
like, okay,
shot.
go.
Well, because
On the move again.
there's stuff in the foreground,
Mm-hmm.
like boxes and desks and stuff, and you see them walking in the background, and the camera follows them.
Yes.
In the foreground, like a dolly shot.
Yeah.
I thought that was almost like a comic book panel, the way that would almost be framed.
It's very fun.
In a noir.
I do like that.
It's very noirish.
Mm-hmm. That, like, watching this whole thing, all I kept thinking of, like, this is very noir.
And they go to the library and print a bunch of stuff off. He's basically teaching Mills how to be a better detective, how to actually look for clues
How to
and
analyze
shit.
more.
Yeah, because that's definitely a part that Mills has not been doing as part of, like, a homicide unit at whichever city he's from, because it was always probably a lot easier. He's never had to do a case like this where it's like somebody's smart enough to, like, cover this up like this. They get some pizza. I like that Somerset's sitting next to him.
Yes.
They're doing the one-side booth thing because he's trying to show him the clues and shit. And Mills is like, can you just sit on... Because Mills is homophobic, obviously. So he's like, can you just sit on the other side?
They're
I don't want
not
people to think
looking
we're
at
dating.
anything.
They're not?
No.
Oh, that's right, because one of them's just eating a slice of pizza. You're right.
They're
yeah,
here
they
for
are just,
pizza. They're here
they're
for...
couples sitting in that booth, yeah.
Yes. They're couples sitting in the booth for the person who's coming to join them.
Yeah, because he asked
His informant.
Mills, how much money do you have? And he's like, $50, and he's like, all right, I guess that'll do. There's an informant there. This informant guy, Rachel, I've seen this character
man.
actor a ton of times.
Yes.
He's a crooked FBI agent in this. He plays a crooked cop in Batman Begins.
He likes to be crooked.
He loves to be crooked. He's the slob in Memento, the motel owner. I can't find him in the credits to be able to give him credit. Oh, greasy FBI man. Mark Boone Jr. It's Mark Boone Jr. Yeah, he comes up in a ton of crap, Mark Boone Jr. So we'll see him along the way for sure. Memento, Batman Begins, 30 Days of Night, Too Fast, Too Furious he's in. Great.
Oh my god.
Just character actor extraordinaire. Guess how many credits he has, Rachel?
Oh, probably a ton.
According to IMDb...
Batman Begins.
Oh, I thought you said Fat Man Begins. Like, that's mean.
Yeah, that's what I said.
163.
That's a ton. That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see him again, obviously.
We'll see you many a time.
He gives him the money under the table, and the informant says, like, only for you would I do this. Like, I trust you.
Right.
And they're like, be there in about an hour. He heads out.
Like
he
in the
takes the
next
pizza
place.
with him.
Yes. Like, oh yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, Mills, of course, is pissed about that. Oh, and is that why Somerset was sitting on the same side as Mills, so that when...
For the
okay.
informant. Yeah, did you not know that? That's what he was doing
I didn't
it
think
for.
about that.
He's like, just shut up. It's only for a minute.
Yeah. They go and they wait in a barber shop. And Mills is like, well, what the hell are we doing? And Somerset's like, okay, fine. I trust you enough at this point to be able to tell you this. This was the part where I was like, was this far-fetched in 95? This is the most, like, conspiracy, like, the most ungrounded part of it.
Probably.
I mean, this is pre-Patriot Act. This is pre-Patriot Act.
Sure.
Remember.
Yeah.
He tells him that that guy, the greasy FBI guy, is a friend from the Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stinky Man. They monitor reading habits. Certain books are flagged. So if you check out, like, Mein Kampf or something like that, it gets flagged and then sent to the FBI, and then the FBI can monitor what you're reading, because if you're becoming radicalized or a terrorist or something like that.
I just like to read. So I don't know what the hell they
Well,
would
they're
think.
saying, well, that Mills makes that reference, though, because Mills is like, great, we're going to get a fucking freshman semester, 20th century lit classes
Right.
report card. Like that's what's going to come out of this, because it's going to be people that read all that shit, and that's going to be like college students.
Right.
So he does make that joke. And he says, like, well, you can't use it. Like, it's not admissible or anything like that. It's a guide so that they can go, like, check out stuff. And this is the part where I was like, I guarantee you that kind of stuff goes on now with the Patriot Act and everything. And surveillance of just how much surveillance. I was like, do you think this happened before that? Or was this kind of like a, yeah, okay movie? I don't know. I was curious about that.
It's a possibility.
The guy shows up with papers. They're going through the books. These different books that have been that have been checked out.
Right.
That might be
They're looking for specific
or that have been
ones.
flagged.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking, for ones that have been flagged. Marquis de Sade. Think that could have been one. Was it Marquis de Sade? I love that Somerset looks at him like, it's Marquis de Sade.
Right.
You ignorant buffoon. So John Doe checked this one book out.
Not that kind of bondage.
Yeah, not that kind of bondage. What's the book? What is the book that they end up being like, yep, that's the one?
It is The Writings of Saint Thomas
Aquinas. Oh, yeah, The Writings of Saint Thomas Aquinas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So that's all the seven deadly sins stuff. And it's the name Jonathan
Doe. Jonathan Doe. God.
Yeah.
I'd immediately go,
we...
son of a bitch. Guy has an alias. Like, I would immediately think that.
What we end up learning about John Doe, too, is that, like, he has
his
money.
Name or something to that. Yeah, he's like a rich guy.
So he's been planning this for a while. Cause, I don't know if he changed his name, but he's been able to hide his identity completely.
Mm-hmm.
They decide to go talk to him and find the apartment.
Are you by any
Somerset
chance a
says,
serial killer?
Yeah.
What
well,
the fuck do you
Somerset's
want
like,
to
no.
ask him? What are we gonna talk?
We're just gonna go ask him about like his reading habits, I guess, and just be like, hey, like we're doing some, investigation. We're just trying to find like some different information about the neighborhood or something like that. Probably make up a story. He says to Mills, Somerset does, like, put that silver tongue of yours to work.
Yes. It is kind of funny because he goes, what, have you been talking to my wife?
Right, which, like, he does not know that he has been talking to his wife.
Yeah.
Some guy is coming back to the apartment. He's got a bunch of groceries in his hand. And he, like, kind of stares for a second, and then they, like, catch him, and then he just starts shooting at them.
Yes.
And Mills runs off after them. So, like, now we get a chase scene
oh my
in
God.
the movie.
This chase scene. I'm sorry,
Well, what are your thoughts, Rachel? No, go ahead.
This was a long chase scene.
Yeah, it was a long chase scene. It goes up there along the shelf life chase scenes in our history. We've covered quite a few chase scenes now. It goes on for a while. It does.
It really does.
If Mom wouldn't have checked out before this, she would have checked out now watching this chase scene. It's not Jim Cotta level, but it's long.
It's long, though. Mills is the one chasing after our John Doe here. Somerset kind of just hangs back, like, we can't do this. But it also feels like you kind of gotta grab him now. The
He's
man
looking for
shot at you.
He's looking for a smarter way to take him down, I think, or he knows he can't catch him.
Right, he's
50
too old.
Years
He's
old.
too damn old for this.
The part that I like,
I think he's more worried about Mills too, getting killed.
Yeah, because we don't know if he's leading him into a trap or anything like that either. I like that they convey the difference in how Mills and Somerset deal with the civilians here, because Mills is telling everybody, get the fuck out of the way, as they like run around the apartment complex.
Get down, yeah.
And Somerset is like, just lock your door, don't leave, don't answer or anything like that, to like somebody that like opened the door because they heard the gunshots.
Yeah.
Because this apartment complex looks more higher scale than the others like slums that they've been in.
Right.
Because it's got that like big red doors and the hallways are wide and like colorful and things like that.
Yeah, it's a bit brighter than what we have been saying.
Mills tracks him to an apartment, but the guy went out the window.
Yeah,
and
these
shoots
kids.
back at Mills.
These kids. He opens like one of the doors, and these kids look at him and like point to the window, like he went that way.
Yeah, they're like all watching TV, like gathered around like this TV.
Yes, I don't know if there's commentary on this because like. I guess we could try to figure out the story here because I think he runs in here. There's like a woman and then there's like two men. And then in the other room around a TV is children. Am I supposed to think something about this? Anyways.
I don't know. I didn't pick up on all that. For me, it was, I mean, I guess you could. For me, it was like.
Children go in here, I gotta get paid. It's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. And it's possible with this type of city and like this type of neighborhood and stuff that we're in. I was thinking it's just more chaos for Mills to have to go through, so they're just trying to like pack it full of people and stuff. But I like where your head's at.
Well, I gotta think of the sins. You know, there's gotta be sins everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody's sinning.
People from the apartments are throwing stuff at John Doe,
yes.
like knowing that he's being chased.
I don't know. I think it's partially being chased, and like they're making a lot. He's shooting, so they're like, "Shut up, knock it off."
Yeah, hey, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to sleep in here, or whatever. Yeah. Somerset looks for another way. Mills is pursuing the guys like flying around like the fucking Spirit.
Yes.
Like there's a shot in the movie where John Doe like leaps off of one like partition onto like another like part of like the roof or something like that.
Yeah.
And it looks like straight out of the Spirit comic book. Like Google the Spirit comic book right now, folks, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's the first thing that'll come up. Cuz it's a noir shot of like a guy in a duster, and it makes it look like he has a cape.
Yes.
And he's got the hat on.
Yes.
Rachel's like, yep, Rachel Googled it now. And
well,
she's
I've
like,
seen
oh,
it
yeah,
before, but yeah, it does.
Yeah, but like it's like straight out of that. Like it's such a noir shot, but I was like, looks like the fucking Spirit jumping around here. He's limping around.
Yes, now he's hurt.
Away. So like they did get him some way, or he hurt
I think it's from jumping like the
something.
Spirit.
Yeah. Folks at home, don't go around jumping like the Spirit. This is a reminder to not jump like a noir detective.
Mm-hmm.
Mills takes it to the streets as John Doe runs. He gets to the streets by hopping over cars and like chasing him down and stuff.
Yes.
He did an Aladdin move too, where he like jumped off the roof and like hoped that the canopy was going to save him.
Oh my god, yes.
The chase continues to a garbage truck, where he tensely looks around but can't find him.
Mm-hmm.
Does build the tension here.
It
and then
does.
John Doe was on top of the truck and comes down and like hits Mills, and then the killer puts a gun at his head. We can't see who it is.
Doesn't
we
say
get the close up
anything.
from Mills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything. You don't hear him breathing or anything. The killer pulls the gun away and then runs.
Well, that's because Somerset comes around the corner.
Right. Well, but he was never going to kill him anyway.
That's true. This is his
that wouldn't
game.
be part of it wouldn't be part of the game. Mills is beat up, and
beat to hell at this point.
He's like, why didn't he kill me? And it's like, well, because he had darker plans for you now. Like this is like part of because it's feeding into his anger.
Right.
That's what he's trying to like rev this guy
anger.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They go back to the apartment.
Also,
and
he's like
Somerset's
covered in blood, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
because he's
Well,
got a
'cause
head
he's
wound.
injured.
So it's just blood
yeah.
everywhere. His arm is like broken.
And Somerset says that they can't go in there because they have no reason to even be here. If we go in there, we won't be able to prosecute him because he'll just get off on the technicality because we can't admit the FBI stuff.
I get his point. All right, here's the thing. I get Somerset's point, but I'm almost more on Mills'
You got shot
side.
at.
You got shot at.
You could say
You were in the neighborhood.
that you saw something, you heard something,
Yeah.
and you went upstairs. Yeah,
But like
that's Bill's point. Like, there's probable
and
cause.
if you leave now and John Doe comes back and clears out the fucking apartment because he knows you're onto him, I'm like, I understand Mills' perspective here of, no, we gotta go into this. This is our guy.
But that goes against
I know.
the order and the law
Sure.
that is supposed to be represented by Somerset.
Yeah.
Now, I could argue, because I even wrote in my notes, is like, but you knocked.
Yes.
Though. You guys came
Yeah.
here, Somerset. This was your plan.
Yes.
So, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You were there to talk to him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the point is, if we can say we're just here to, like, talk to someone, if he rejects it and says no, that's the end of it.
Right.
So, like, there's nothing, like, out of the ordinary for that. But how are they going to explain that, well, we were here and got shot at? Like, why were we here and got shot at? But if they could just talk to him, they don't have to put it in any formal notes or anything like that. He's trying to go, like, the back channel way
Sure.
of doing it. Because he's like, we're going to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And if we think that he's suspicious, then we have to find another way to get evidence.
Right.
So I'm with you, Rachel, and I guess Somerset's just like, no, because I already shouldn't have brought you here anyway, or
Sure.
whatever. I don't know.
This is a sticky situation. That's what it is.
We are in quite a sticky situation.
But what happens? What does Mills do? He breaks down the damn door.
Kicks down the door. He just
And he
kicks
goes,
the door down. He's like,
"Oops."
well, it's already open. Yeah. Oops. And starts the garbage truck.
But then he comes up with an idea and goes, "How much money do you have left?"
Somerset is like pissed and starts walking away, and Mills is like, yeah, we need money. He pays some crackhead off to tell the cops some story so that they can get away with it.
Right.
The apartment has symbols and shit everywhere. It's got like crosses. It's dark again, but it's got like a neon red because he's got a red room and stuff like that.
For photo development, yes.
For the photos, yeah. They find a ton of stuff there. It looks like a haunted house set.
Yes.
It's clearly some serial killer shit or some like Saw shit is going on
Absolutely.
in this apartment. Mm-hmm. The composition notebooks are like lined up everywhere. He's got like a room just filled with composition notebooks. It's like diaries of everything that happened to him throughout his entire life. Mills finds something. Shouts for Somerset.
Yes.
He like in like a panic.
Yes,
shouts for
in a
Somerset.
panic. Well, because it looks like he's looking at a tub. You kind of get this idea, oh my god, is there another body?
Yeah, that's what it makes it. That's what you're getting that impression of where it's coming from. But he's got all the pictures developing in the tub.
Yes.
And one of them has Mills in it because he's like, it was that
Somerset.
damn photographer. It was John Doe the
We
whole
had
time.
him.
Yeah, I'm just I'm just really into photography. Is there a crime officer or whatever John Doe would say? They get a pic of him, and they
Also,
find
the
a bunch
weird
of cash under.
red neon cross above the bed.
The
Just
neon
saying.
cross is
That's a little extreme.
that's a strange touch. Yeah, it's like a satanic symbol more than it is
almost.
anything
It's
else. It's
very
like
odd.
what is that?
Yeah.
They have a sketch artist draw the funniest picture of him that I could think of. It looks like that picture of the leprechaun from that like meme. It also looks a bit like Heisenberg, that like drawing that they have from like Breaking Bad of
It kind of does.
doesn't it?
Very beady eyes.
Well, Kevin Spacey has some pretty beady eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how that works.
Right.
They end up finding a bunch of cash under the bed, so they think that they've like stopped him from having any funds.
Yeah.
So they think that's a plus. And then they're like, okay, there isn't a single fingerprint in this entire fucking
Yeah.
apartment.
That's weird.
Okay, so that is a little weird because these composition notebooks have to go back like years. So has he been cutting the tips of his fingers
Maybe.
off
Maybe he
forever?
wears gloves and stuff too a lot.
You'd think that there'd be like some fingerprint
Like
from some
something.
old thing in the
Yeah.
house from like decades ago or something.
it's
But
so
yeah, not a
weird.
fingerprint.
Everything's painted black. It's very
Yeah, the walls are all black.
It's very gothic. It's a very gothic apartment.
Yeah, you know. Oh, yeah. I really want my room to look like John Doe's from Se7en, man.
I'd be
That's
like,
the
why?
look I'm going
Why do you
for.
want that? I'm a little afraid of this person.
No, it's just a great look. Did you see it? Did you see the neon
red
cross?
neon cross and the black
It's really-
angels. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Anyways.
Somerset's going through all the notebooks. He says there's over 2,000 of them, and he reads aloud from one of the notebooks. It's
This
some like
creepy
random story
Yeah.
about talking to a guy at a subway
lonely
stop,
man.
and he wanted to murder him, but he held back, and then he vomited on him.
Yeah, and then starts laughing.
Out of banality, yeah, and then starts laughing. Is it just supposed to be like ramblings, or like what is there
There could be something to it, but to me it's just ramblings of a madman at this point.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. Mm-hmm. The phone rings and they frantically look for it because they're like, "There's a phone in here. There's a phone." Whenever there's a few where there's like it's frantic and like the
Yes.
camera shakes and spins around and stuff like that. I like that. Mm-hmm. It's John Doe, and he says, "I admire you, detectives. Law
with his
enforcement
little
here is
weasel
so
voice.
good." Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good put on though.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Spacey's doing. He respects them because of how good that they've been able to. And he's like, "I don't know how you found me out. That was unexpected." Because he's like,
Right.
"I was gonna lead you
Right.
to like the next one. Like the fact that you found me." He's like, "I think that
changes
you're-
things, but I can figure out the timeline again. Like I can figure it out.
I think they cheating. That's kind of like I think that you're cheating on this one. It's almost like now I gotta accelerate the timeline because now
Right.
you fucked me over. So he needs to readjust his schedule, and he's like,
I
"I
don't wanna tell
apologize
you
for hurting
everything."
one of you."
Yeah, because he doesn't know who we hurt. Yeah. But then he's just
But-
like, I want to tell you more, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. It's like, okay, creep. All right.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It's so
this
gross.
creepy serial killer. Yeah. So now it's Saturday, and they go to a sex club because they found a picture of a lady of the night, I think, in the red room, because they're like, I wonder if she knows
Yes,
more.
because
Like-
he had some photography, and they were trying to figure out who this woman is. Like, who is this lady?
Yeah,
Can we
there's like
figure out who
a couple
this is?
pictures of like he clearly was like
'Cause
stalking,
he's stalking
some prostitute
somebody. For lust.
for lust. So they go to this sex club on Saturday. Or maybe it wasn't a sex club. I think it's like I thought it was a sex club, but it's like more like a
this
bondage
is Leather
store.
Bills. This is. I think that's what it was called. I think it was on the side.
Welcome to Leather Bills.
This guy does.
We
like,
got
yeah,
all
this guy
sorts
does
of
sex
stuff.
bondage. Yeah, this is exactly
Yeah.
what this man does. Yeah, he just
Gimp
makes the
mass,
stuff.
dildos, assless chaps, whips. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So the proprietor of this fantastic organization, which probably should have been our
Number one suspect. I mean, what?
I was gonna say our fake sponsor.
Oh no!
This month with a special gift from Leather Bills.
You get a free gag.
Sign up now for the premium on What's in the Box and get a free gag from Leather Bills. Over $200 value.
Oh my god! I don't like
So
it.
they asked Rachel's thinking, I was fine with 7. When Kevin said we have to do 7 for 7, I was like, yeah, that's fine. It's a noir movie. And then she was like, oh yeah, it's this one. No, I know.
You're
Rachel's
ridiculous.
watched way worse
I
stuff.
probably have. I've read way worse books too. It's fine.
So they learned from the proprietor that John Doe came in asking for a specific tool to be built, like a specific sex tool.
I think
and
that,
paid money
yeah.
for it. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Rachel, you can see Kevin Spacey in the background. He's like watching them.
Well, there's
which I
like
think
there's
he
a
probably
person.
is doing that.
There's a person with like an umbrella,
yeah,
just
that's
standing
probably
at the
him.
door. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that if you go back and watch it again, he's in more of those scenes, Mike Myersing himself around the scenarios or
Yeah.
the location.
I mean, he was kind of dressed up when he was the photographer. So my guess is that he's kind of truly blending in then in places.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He made something for them, so he shows them a picture of what he made for them, and they're like,
he's like, yeah,
this
it's like
is
a
what you
sweet
made
piece.
for him?
Yeah.
Because the guy thought that he was a performance artist.
Right.
Like somebody
it's
that
not,
would
like,
go
you're
on
not
stage
actually
and
gonna
like...
use this.
Yeah, piss and drink the piss or
Yeah,
something
like, what the
like
hell
that. Like,
was
it's just,
that? Ugh.
yeah, like there's some, like,
Weird
he's
sex
saying like...
kink place, yeah.
So he's saying, like, I figured it was, like, he's going to go on stage and it's going to be, like, oh, yeah, like, the penis is a knife and it, you know, like, so,
He's,
do
like,
something
wearing
like
it.
that.
He's like, and that's about it. Yeah.
So they found the blonde and they leave the store and they're like, well, what about that picture? And they're like, we're keeping the fucking picture.
Right.
So they end up at this sex booth club brothel underground thing.
Yes.
With booming music.
Oh, my God, the music. And they're like, are you to do this? And they're like,
I
we're
don't
working
know.
out. We're
Like-
trying to find the guy to turn the damn music off.
Yeah. They're like, yeah. We know. Fincher always pretty good at like using the music to the advantage there, because like think about Social Network, Rachel, and that scene in the club where like you can't hear anything because the music, because
Right.
like it's supposed to be like authentic. Like
Yeah.
some similar idea here. Now, I've never been to a underground brothel like this,
Right.
Or whatever this is. I imagine that that's because of all of the noises that could be emitting from the brothel, and you want to
would
make it
also
seem like it's just some
assume.
sort of sex club.
Yes.
But this doesn't seem like the best environment.
No, I don't think
to
so.
Be getting your rocks off.
No, I don't think so.
down here.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the most discreet way for some people to
I guess
do
so.
these things. I don't know.
I don't know if I don't want a headache while I'm trying to.
No,
like,
I don't need to hear it.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
go
just
too
not-
far.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No,
it
I
just
get
doesn't
it.
seem like the best environment.
No, I don't think it is. This seems very uncomfortable. Very seedy place. No, thank you.
They head into a room with lust.
They tried
written on
to.
the
This
wall.
guy stops him like, "Are you in homicide?" And then he like realizes who it is. It was just the way that man reacts. Like, no, nobody in
that.
here, nobody in here.
Well, because I'm envisioning they don't even show this one. So
yeah.
the blonde lady is dead on the bed.
You
and
see
there's
legs.
This
That's
guy
about it.
having a fucking panic attack, and because I've been talking too long, I can't do my impression of him. But he's just going nuts.
Yeah, it's like, get off
saying,
me, get off me,
Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off of me! Just
Yes.
repeating himself over and
Yes.
over. But they do not show what
They
happened to
don't
the blonde.
show this one, and it has to be horrific. I don't want to see it. It hurts my parts. I don't want to see it.
They show what he used.
Was wearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
later, which is what they made. The guy made
A
him
strap-on knife.
A strap-on knife. Yeah, instead of like a dildo, it's a knife. So they're interrogating this guy, and then there's another dude in the other room, and it's like the guy that owned the.
Oh, he seems so
the brothel.
slimy.
Well, he did. I mean, come on.
I
you
know,
own
I know,
that-
I know. You don't really own a brothel unless you're slimy. Little
Yeah,
finger.
come on.
All
You're
right.
not. Whatever happened to that, I don't know. One time I did have an altercation where a John came in wearing a knife strap on. The latest
Not with
creation
my
here in
girls,
Westeros.
But I allow all kinks of all kinds. But he's gonna be taking out my girls.
Had to not let him have that one. Couldn't get away with that one. The owner says, because Mills is questioning him and saying, like, how could you have not seen him come in? Like, you would have seen him come in. He's like, look, I see everybody come in.
And people bring stuff. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, people bring luggage in because, like,
Right.
they're doing fantasy
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I don't know what you're asking me to, like, know here. Like, if somebody brought in a backpack with a knife strap on in it, like, what do you want me to do? And open up the bags? Because you'd think that this place would have some good security to prevent that kind of thing.
I
Like a bouncer at each door or something?
I don't know. I guess for discretion, they don't want to have too many people.
I guess I'm thinking like as hopefully a non-seedy person who's like, well, I'm going to open up a brothel. I
want to make sure people it's safe for my girls. It's safe
that's right.
for
it's
the
safe
people.
for the girls. I need some good quality girls.
I want everything
I need some
clean.
bouncers.
It's going to be
we need
kept.
protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, some cleaners.
You get
I'm
a snack.
Like
you get a snack and some water in between sessions.
Yeah, I'm thinking. You know what? I'm actually thinking a breakfast bar.
You're like, oh wait, that's what I would rather have.
So anyway, obviously this guy's not thinking that way. But yeah, so they talk about how he had this thing. So he's like, do you like what you do for a living? And the owner's like, no, I don't.
I don't like what I do.
So we learned that he forced the John to do this. He
Yes.
made him do it.
This guy is like, this guy is traumatized. This is it. He is in shock.
Really good performance, though. I read that this guy learned how to, or like made himself hyperventilate.
Oh, because
So
he's
that
like,
he
that
could-
is exactly what is happening.
And didn't sleep the night before or something like that, so he could look.
Yeah, he looks pale, peaked, sweating. He looks like he's gonna pass out.
This is Leland Orser doing this, who is another like known character actor who's been in a bunch of stuff. He's actually going to be a 2-timer before you know it. He's in Taken. But he's Purvis in Alien Resurrection Purvis. He's in a bunch of like of these type of things.
Sure.
But he's character actory too. This performance though is really good because and it's always stuck with me because part of that is because this is a reoccurring bit on We Hate Movies every once in a while because they'll go, they made me fuck her, he made me fuck her.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to tell his story of like, I didn't want to do this. He pointed a gun to my head,
right,
and made me put it on,
or I would die. Yeah.
Yeah, and told me to do it. Because this guy's traumatized now because he went to get his rocks off at the underground brothel.
Right.
I assume he was a John. And that's like...
I think that's kind of the point.
The reason... Yeah, that's part of the point. Now he knows that how... That man could never have sex again. He might as well become a eunuch.
Probably.
How are you ever thrusting anymore in your lifetime?
Oh my god. Probably never again. Never again.
You are.
You're on the bottom.
I don't think you can even like...
He just lays there.
Urinate.
That too.
Without having, like,
flashbacks,
trauma.
PTSD, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he could just sit. Maybe he can sit. Maybe that would be better.
Maybe yes.
But if he lays
You're
down,
sitting.
she could
You're
ride
sitting
him
for the rest of your
something.
life.
I don't know.
It's also a possibility. But, so this guy's shouting, he made me fuck her! I did it!
Yeah, the gun was in my throat. I couldn't do anything.
So this guy's not having much fun.
No, nobody's having fun.
Nobody's having
Well,
fun.
because once they take them out of the rooms, we see both of our detectives in their respective rooms looking very solemn and sad and, like, frustrated and downhearted.
Somerset knows this won't have a happy ending because he's like, look, unless he is the devil himself and unless we bring the devil to justice, we are going to learn that he is just a man.
Right.
And it's not going to be satisfying because you're not going to get what you think you're going to get out of this.
A monster. Well, I mean, he is a monster, though.
Mills thinks he's preparing him for the hard times. He's like, he's kind of saying, like, if you want to be a champion, if you want to be a hero, you have to actually do something. But, like, most people don't want to be the champion. They don't want to be the hero. They want to watch TV. They want to play the lottery. They want to live their lives. And that's not going to happen in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
They're at a bar. They're like trying to relax after like having to like be in that particular crime scene and everything and the interrogations. This is where their life philosophy comes out, which we've talked about before. Where like Somerset has lost hope in humanity. He's trying to keep his humanity. He's trying to keep his own order to things. Telling Mills that he can't live in a place that loves apathy.
Right.
And
embraces and nurtures
embraces
apathy.
it. Yeah, thinks
As
that
if
it's
it was a
fine to
virtue.
not care.
Mm-hmm.
And Mills thinks that that's bullshit. He's like, you're no different. You're no better than that. And he's like, I'm not different. I'm not saying I am.
He sympathizes
But-
with it. Apathy
Yeah.
is a solution. I mean, it's easier to lose yourself in drugs than it is to cope with life. It's easier to steal what you want than it is to earn it. It's easier to beat a child than it is to raise it. Love costs, takes effort and work. We are talking about people who are mentally ill, is what, like... So, like...
Yeah, Mills thinks,
Mills
no.
We're talking about normal people. We're not talking about
it's a
normal
conversation.
people.
It's a Superman-Batman conversation, right? Like, it's like, is humanity lost? Are people good? Like, all of that kind of thing.
Right. Humanity is evil.
Yes, man is evil. Or is man good?
Evil. Man is good.
Very much. Yeah, they might as well. Fucking Soul Patch Simmons just rolls up.
Yeah. Man is good.
Yeah, it's definitely got some of those vibes.
Just a little bit.
One time I was a professor at a community college back in Colorado. Could go back there. That was made all the kids take a debate class on the dichotomy of good and evil, and well, let's just say I can no longer step foot on that campus. It was just terrible. The scenes that I've seen, and this is where Somerset thinks that any of them can be screwed. That's what I think the key of this is. Mills dismisses all of this as crazy people.
Right.
As mental illness. As people that cannot go over the line. Somerset says this could happen to the best of us. It's a Dark Knight story too,
sure.
if you're thinking about that, where like the Joker trying to prove that anybody can be evil. It's the same idea, because that's what Somerset thinks. They're not explicitly saying that, but like that's what I got out of it, where like Mills is like dismisses it. The way that he can cope with this is by saying that that the people that do this are crazy,
right?
And Somerset is like, no, they're not necessarily
always.
any different than any other human being, and that's the problem,
right?
It's basically what happens to Mills at the end of the movie. Mills gets screwed at the end of the movie and proves that it's not just crazy people that can lose control.
Right.
Mills heads home, crawls into bed with Tracy. Somerset falls asleep to the metronome, but then he gets pissed about it, and he just lays there, and then I was like, he's gonna throw that metronome. Like, I could, like, feel it coming, because he, like, stops it, and then he's like, fuck it, and, like, throws the metronome.
Yes.
And he starts throwing his switchblade at the dartboard to think, because that's, like, his way of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at this point now he's probably... This is where I feel like he's acting like an insomniac. He's like, I can't sleep now. I'm restless. This whole thing is, like, just keeping me up. He can't do it.
On Sunday, they get a 911 call, or there's like a 911 like dispatch room, and they get a call, and John Doe called this time, and he says, I did it again, and they end up going to another crime scene. This time it's for Pride. What did he do for Pride, Rachel? I thought this one was innovative.
He went to were they a supermodel or just like an actress or something? Yeah, it's a model who had work done, and the idea was... Or they cut off... He cut off her nose?
He cut her nose off, yeah.
Horrifying. And... Because, I mean, I can't imagine just getting that cut off. Like, any part of me cut off. And still being alive. And it was... You can either call for help... Or take the pills and die.
Yes. Yeah, he gave her a choice, knowing what she would end up choosing, because he's been obviously studying this person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sleeping pills glued to one hand and a phone in another, and you can either...
And be disfigured your entire life, or... She took the pills. She took the pills. Because it was either call and be disfigured your entire life, or take the pills.
She might have been able to get some reconstructive surgery, but she probably wouldn't be able to get model. Like, she's probably thinking, like, well, my life's done anyway.
Right.
But he probably picked the right one to do, because then you can... Like, if you're trying to find someone to do that to, you're going to, like, study, like, oh, who do I think is the most vain person?
Right.
It's sunny now, but it's wet.
Yes.
Like, the grounds are still wet.
The rain
so, like,
stopped pouring, finally.
Which I think is symbolic, as, like, we're entering the end game. Mm-hmm. Like, now the sun is out. Like, I'm taking you to, like, this next level here. Somerset says he's going to stay... He tells Mills he's going to stay on until this case is done.
Yes.
Like, he needs to see this through. So he's like, I know I'm retired, but I want to work with you and try to solve this,
Right.
or at least work till it's done. Mm-hmm. I wonder too if Somerset is worried that because like he's like I'm gonna retire, whatever. But if they never catch this guy, like Mills will be haunted by it because it's like his
they
first
both will
case.
be.
Yeah, but for
You
Somerset,
always
he's like,
see it that he's protecting Mills. I never see it that way. I don't think he really gives two shits about what happens to Mills.
interesting. I don't know.
I don't think he does. I don't think he. I mean, like at the end, it shows it more, but I don't think he's like trying to protect him. Like he's like, I'm going to take you under my wing and protect you. He doesn't.
No,
really
I'm
want
not
to
saying
do
that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think because
I think it's both of them. I think they would both. He doesn't want to.
No, I do too.
He wants this thing to be finished because it's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. Because it's his final thing, wasn't solved, and now he's done. That's it. That's how it's going to end.
But I think that he can also sympathize and he understands what it's like to be a detective for so long that I think that there is some sympathy there for Mills.
Okay.
That-
I don't
even if he doesn't
get
care
that too
or
much.
he,
But I
Well, I mean,
understand.
they
what
have
you're coming
a bit of
from.
an antagonistic relationship, sure.
Yeah.
Cab pulls up. John Doe walks out of it and into the police station.
Yes.
The little touch here, Rachel. The one person at the precinct gives Mills a note and says your wife called before.
Yes.
You think it was the wife?
I don't know. I don't know whether it was his wife or it was John Doe. Part of me is kind of wondering if it was actually his wife and he like let him call her or let her call him.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering,
no, because
or if it was
that
right
wouldn't
before
have-
all of that happened, and he just missed the message.
Yeah, I think it's probably worse that he missed the message because then he like couldn't talk to the wife or something. Mm-hmm. Kevin Spacey comes into the movie Rachel as John Doe, trying to get their attention, and they're
But nobody notices.
that's the point.
That's the point.
I mean, I get it, but yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
This man with blood all over his arms is
And
just
body.
walking all creepily.
Yeah.
The way that he says detective, because he doesn't like just shout detective. He goes up like that, and
Yes.
it's
It's unsettling.
Detective.
After this, I'm gone.
Detective.
No big surprise.
bizarre. Yeah. Yes. Unsettling. Yes. Kevin Spacey being super creepy. I'm sure that was very hard for him to do.
Yeah. Sure.
They arrest him. He's got blood all over his hands. He asks for his lawyer. I liked the next shot, Rachel, because he's got a tea bag, and it looks like blood dripping because
Does
of the shadow. I thought so.
Oh, it does. It does kind of look like that. It is a weird
Yeah.
coloring. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, oh, that's like just a little thing. Mm-hmm. Gives it that little
It's also
flair.
just really creepy the way he's like dipping it over and
Yes.
over again. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
He's got that very deliberateness to it. They find out that his bank account was nothing but like cash. He's independently wealthy, he's educated, and he's crazy. Well, he's not finished, though. He would not have turned
Right.
himself in. He's got 2 more to do.
Right.
So what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, and here we are just taking it. He's not going to just stop. So what's going on? And he does this little turns
Yeah,
his
he's
head.
like
Everything
turning
he
and
does is
looking at the mirror and
deliberate and like creepy and like it comes off as very like creepy, everything
Yes.
that he does. Mm-hmm. So he's been talking to his lawyer and they wait for the plea deal, and now they're like in a little room with the DA and Arlie Ermey and Somerset and Mills are there, and they're talking to the lawyer, who says that there are 2 more bodies and that he wants the detectives to go with him at 6
Yes.
o'clock today. And why the detectives? Because he admires them. Mm-hmm. And if they don't accept, the bodies will never be found. Mills is pissed at this, of course.
of course.
If they don't accept, he'll plead guilty by reason of insanity. And the lawyer's like, I'm going to be able to get that. He's not going to go to jail. I'm going to be able to get that to work. He's just going to be in a loony bin. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, what if he does it? Like, what if we do accept? And then he's like, he'll plead guilty.
Right.
And Somerset is like, okay, something's still weird about this. Something doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. And somebody walks in and says, like, okay, well, the one blood was from the model. The one blood was from him.
Yes.
And then there's a third party's blood that we haven't been able to identify yet. So they're like, because
Okay,
Somerset's
great.
like, how do we know that there even is... Because Somerset's like, how do we know that there are two bodies? Like, we don't... What proof is there that, like, if we say okay, that, like, he's actually not going to just be dicking us around?
Right.
They come up with the realization that there is another body, and they're like, okay, fine, we'll do it. Because Somerset's even like, we could just tell everyone that this was, like, part of the deal. Like, how is he going to get away with saying, like, the insanity plea from that? Mm-hmm. And he's like... Yeah, he told me that you would say that. He's like, yeah, he said
He's
that
thought it
Somerset's
through.
going to say that. Yeah.
Right.
I can't remember what his, like, thing is of, like, yeah, he kind of said that you'd say that, Somerset. But he's like, yeah, but I want both of them.
If he were to claim insanity, this conversation is admissible. The fact that he's blackmailing us with his plea. He's blackmailing them. I want you guys to come with me. I'll show you the bodies. If you don't accept this, I'll just say I'm insane, and you can't use what's happened behind those doors against me. That I'm blackmailing you. It doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's thought of like all
And
of
you
the
guys
different
will
scenarios that.
You guys will look bad because now I'll say, well, there were two more bodies, but they didn't want to find them.
Mills and Somerset like agree to it then, and they start prepping for the end of the movie. They're wearing a wire, both of them.
Yes.
So that they can hear.
Yeah, they're like
somebody
shaving
can be,
their
like, recording it.
chest so they can
Yeah, they
do
gotta shave
that.
their chests. You know, you gotta do it. Mm-hmm. I have not had to shave my chest to wear a wire in my life, but I can imagine that that's an interesting scenario.
I would imagine, yeah.
Somerset is saying, like, you got to prepare for everything. He's trying to, like, prep him for this. Like, it's almost like I was gonna make another like another Exorcist reference, Rachel, where it's like no matter what he says, you cannot believe anything that the devil.
Sure.
It's like you can't believe it. Don't believe anything the devil says. That's the mission here. Like,
Right.
no matter what he says, you have to keep your composure because
Yes.
he's gonna try to trick us.
Of course.
They make a joke about shaving a nipple for some levity. To be like, you think if I shave a nipple off on accident, I get some workers' comp, and then they both laugh because they've bonded over the last week. Mm-hmm. Mills says, my wife's going to think something's up if I keep coming home late. Because he's like, now I got to go do this at 6 o'clock again.
Right.
Mills wants to say something.
Yes, he's like...
But then doesn't. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering what he was going to say. Do you think it's something of like, if something happens, is it going to be like that kind of thing?
I think maybe it is one of those things where he's feeling nervous and scared, but he doesn't want to admit it because that's more of the pride coming out for him.
Sure.
I'm
sure.
guessing because he does. He has this like look on his face that kind of just seems like nervous and there's something that he wants to say. Yeah, and I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I thought it could have been the cliched thing of if something goes south and like something
wife.
happens to me, like you need to like tell Tracy or something like that. Like that's what I assumed was coming.
It could be
just to put more guilt on Morgan Freeman's character.
Oh God.
It is very deliberate, this scene, again.
Of them getting ready for this.
Takes its time. Arlie Ermey and the DA are talking to the press that they have a man in custody and blah, 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 blah. There's going to be a helicopter with Dr. Cox in tow that's going to escort them to go see the bodies. California. So then they drive off. And you see them drive off. They go up the terrible, not handicap accessible ramp for the cars again, and they leave. To like empty streets, and it's like it takes its time, it builds itself, the score builds itself too, because it's like starts like da 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 da, and it like builds as they like drive out to this like desert for wherever the hell
out in the
they
middle
are.
Of nowhere. Mm-hmm.
Somerset asks him who he really is, and he's like, "What harm can it do now? Like, you can tell us like who you are." John just says like, "Well,
what does it matter?"
Yeah, it doesn't matter who I am. I like that he does like that little like, doesn't matter who I am. You have to stay in the left lane because he's so like controlled compared
Yeah,
to
well,
all of
he's
them.
also controlling the situation. He likes being in control. That's a part of it too.
A bunch of back and forth here in the car.
Yeah.
All three of them, the three actors here. Highlights include,
Like, oh, where are we heading? You'll see.
and all of that kind of stuff. Like Mills is like, oh, you're doing this for fame.
Yeah,
You're
because
doing
he wants
this
it
for
to be
this or that.
sensational. It has to be
Yeah.
shock value and stuff.
And John thinks that that's like an ignorant approach in his mind. He's like, no, if you want people to actually get your point, you have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And he's I'm not special or exceptional. This is just my work. And Mills is like, there's nothing special about you. And in 2 months, no one's going to remember you. But John thinks that when they see what I've done, well, people won't even be able to comprehend it. Rachel, I had a question for you. You're not going to be able to see it, probably. So if you didn't catch it, I don't think you'll see it now. But the screen, in particular in the shots of Kevin Spacey in the back,
Yes.
I couldn't tell if it was because of my stream or if it was the technology at the time. But the car, green screen or whatever, blue screen seeps through a bit.
Oh, does it?
Of them whizzing by, and like you can like see like the background gets pushed into the car a little bit. I didn't know again if it was like just my stream kind of glitching a little bit, or if that was the technology at the time glitching a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed it though.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I noticed any of that. That's kind of strange, though. I didn't see it.
Wait a minute, I thought all you did was kill innocent people.
Innocent? Is that supposed to be funny? An obese man? A disgusting man who could barely stand up? A man who, if you saw him on the street, you'd point him out to your friends so that they could join you in mocking him? A man who, if you saw him while you were eating, you wouldn't be able to finish your meal?
Rachel's like disgusted by me just like quoting him
Because
here.
I don't like serial killers. And Kevin Spacey does too good of a job of this.
It's good. It's really good. Unfortunately,
It's
good.
disgusting.
And after him, I picked the lawyer, and you both must have secretly been thanking me for that one. This is a man who dedicated his life to making money by lying with every breath that he could muster to keeping murderers and rapists on the streets.
Murderers.
A woman.
Murderers, John, like
A
yourself.
woman. So ugly on the inside that she couldn't bear to go on living if she couldn't be beautiful on the outside. A drug dealer, a drug-dealing pederast, actually. And let's not forget the disease-spreading whore. Only in a world this shitty could you even try to say these were innocent people and keep a straight face.
It goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm. He just explains his whole thing.
Mills comes back with like, I've been trying to figure something out in my head, and maybe you can help me out. When a person is insane, as you clearly are, do you know that you're insane? Maybe you're just sitting around reading Guns and Ammo, masturbating in your own feces. Do you stop and go, wow, this is amazing how fucking crazy I am?
I do like that line, actually.
You could say that to anybody to be like, you're fucking crazy. Like, do
Right.
you
Do you know you're
realize that you're
crazy?
crazy? He gets more excited as they get close. He's getting like Kevin
Antsy.
Spacey.
He's getting antsy.
Yeah, he's all he does is like kind of like wiggle around a little bit, and you're like, okay, now he's getting excited. Like it's so creepily well done.
Yeah.
It's, unfortunately, again, because Kevin Spacey is a monster, allegedly.
Alleged monster. Playing monster.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we don't know anything. We don't know. We don't know what people
We
do
don't know.
behind closed doors. We know nothing.
I have no idea. Yeah. John believes he was chosen, but Somerset is like, no, see, here's the contradiction to that. He is smart enough to go toe-to-toe with
I think so.
John Doe.
Yeah. I kind of wish there
he's
was
like, that's-
more of that. There's
Yeah,
only like a
little
couple
bit,
lines
little bit.
here, and that's all we get.
Because he says, like, if you were chosen by a higher power, John, and you were forced into this, you wouldn't enjoy it, and you enjoy torturing. And John doesn't answer, and he turns it to talk to Mills again. Like, he doesn't want to acknowledge Somerset, so he just is like, I'm sure I don't enjoy it any more than Mills would enjoy being in a room with me for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. He's clearly trying to rile up Mills, knowing like that's my target. I can't compete with Somerset. Mm-hmm. Or Somerset is making me think too much about my like. He's doing like that. Stop, Liz, stop hitting me.
Don't
like
let
that.
me like
he would go,
self-reflect. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm. It's not why I'm here.
So he tells them, like, Detective, you're going to be remembered after this, to Mills. And the only reason I'm here is because I wanted to be. Like, remember that. Because Mills is trying to say, like, no, we caught you. And he's like, no, I turned myself in.
Right.
And he's like, you're only alive because I didn't kill you. I let you live. Which I think is also taunting him because he's like, I murdered your wife. I let you live. Like, you have to live with that fact. Like, all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, sure. For later. Yeah, absolutely.
Mills loses his Adam, which is probably what Doe wanted.
They're now driving, like, underneath all of these power lines and
Gigantic high-tension wires, like
it's
everywhere.
It's huge. And, like, the helicopter's like, well, we're not going to be able to land. This is kind of crazy.
So they're in the middle of nowhere. There's this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a red herring because you think, like, oh, something's going to happen with the
there,
trailer.
right?
Yeah. There's not.
No.
And the tension just builds and builds. The one thing that you can take away from this scene, if you take away nothing else, is the amount of tension that you'll feel if you're, like, invested in the movie and watching it.
And you want to know what's going to happen.
Without distraction. They pull John out of the car.
Right.
There's, like, a dead dog on the road, too, and
oh my God, his answer
John
to
is
this?
like, that's not mine. Like, I didn't do that
one.
Yeah. Well, because he's trying to say, like, don't think anything about that one. That one's not me. Like, that's just a coincidence. But it's supposed to be all these red herrings and, like, these false flags and all this stuff of, like, you don't know what's going to happen. They're nervous. Like, we don't know what to do next. Like, he has control of the situation.
Yes.
At that moment, a van starts speeding down the road coming toward them, and Somerset goes to meet the van while John gets time with Mills.
Yeah, he just holds, like, a gun to him. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so glad we have time together now. We have some time alone.
Yeah, because he's, like, taunting him. Mm-hmm. The guy doesn't know what's going on. The delivery guy. He's like, I just still delivering a package. I got paid money. I'm supposed to be delivering it to...
I got extra for delivering it here. I don't know.
Detective David Mills. Yeah, Somerset starts to get worried.
Yes.
And there's a box. What's in that box?
That's the question.
Somerset takes it out, tells the guy to run. I love that he's like, I made the delivery guy run,
well,
so if you could go pick him up.
Sure.
I wanted it to be the North by Northwest. Where he just...
I think the bigger deal is there's a box being delivered.
Oh yeah, it could be a bomb. Yeah,
it's probably a bomb. We're all going.
Somerset
is it
is
a
like
bomb?
He contemplates opening it, and he's like,
because they're calling
I'm
in
gonna,
the bomb
I'm gonna do
squad.
it. I'm gonna
now.
open it.
Right.
Like he
but
decides
he's like, this
like
innocent
instead,
guy
like,
just needs to get the hell out of here in case it is a bomb.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let him get blown up.
I think he does. He definitely does that in his head, and then he does the math in his head. Like,
he's not going to blow us
do
up.
I think it's
not
going to be a bomb? But that's not the
this
game.
guy's MO.
John is telling Mills he meant what he said about admiring him. It's going back and forth between Somerset opening the box and John Doe telling this to Mills. Somerset slowly opens the box, and there's blood. There's blood! John Doe tells Mills, you should be very, very proud of the life that you made. I made a stop at your house earlier.
I wanted to
There's
play
blood.
as
Yeah,
like
I was trying to play
a regular
husband.
person. Yeah.
Somerset opens the box. There's blood everywhere that you can see, but you don't see what's in the box. And Somerset is in shock. He's just like, oh my God. And it like turns frantically. The score comes back and is like, dum, dum.
California, stay away from here. Stay away from here now. Don't come in here. Whatever you hear, stay away. John Doe has the upper hand.
That's why I always thought that California was referring to the helicopter was like named California, but he's talking to John C. McGinley or the state. Like, that's how we know it's in California, because he's talking about like any other cops.
I visited your home this morning after you'd left. I tried to play husband. I tried to taste the life of a simple man. It didn't work out, so I took a souvenir. Her pretty head.
He tells Mills that he bought info from a cop to figure out where he lived and everything.
Yes.
So he did do that. Somerset comes running back, and even here, like, John Doe's like, here he comes. Like, he knows, like, okay, there he goes. Now we can talk. Here he comes. Somerset is asking him for the gun.
I need you to calm down. Give me the gun.
He wants you to shoot him. He wants you to shoot him. You can't do this. He wants you to become, and he's saying, become wrath. Become my wrath. I'm envy. Your wrath will, like, complete this.
Right.
Yeah. Somerset won't say anything, though. And he's like, tell me what's in the box. And he's like,
This is
Mills
when
is like, I already...
Yeah.
Or John Doe's like, I told you what's in the
I
box.
told you.
So Mills is like, well, tell me he's... Yeah. So he's like, tell me he's lying. You have to tell me he's lying.
You have to tell me he's lying. What's in the box? Like,
Somerset won't say anything, though, so
No.
that confirms that it
right.
is. I've heard those theories, too, where it's not really her head, and it's like, well, then
So
Somerset
why wouldn't he
would
have said
say
it?
that.
He would have said it. Like, even the theory where it's the dog, he would have been like, it's the dog, it's not her. It's not her. Or it's
not her.
your dog.
Yeah. He's trying to mess with you. It's not her. At the very least, he would say that, but he doesn't. And he can't say it either. Like, he can't admit that it is her, but by not saying it, everyone knows the score. Mm-hmm. You'll become like him.
Yes.
That's what he is saying. Doe says she begged for her life and the life of her child inside of her. And
Oh my
Somerset
God.
just goes, shut up! And slaps him across
slaps.
the face.
Yes, I loved it. The backhand was great.
Because, like, he's at wit's end and he knows that that's going to, like, push Mills over the edge. Brad Pitt acting in this one, too.
Ooh,
Really
the
good.
face.
Of, like, the thinking about it and crying and,
Yes, like, he's
contemplating and
breaking.
doing, like,
He's
oh,
breaking.
God, oh, God. Like, he knows what he's about to do and he, like, is trying to stop himself from doing it. But he has nothing to live for now.
Right, it's all gone.
Somerset is telling him if you kill
you do
kill
it,
him,
he
he
wins.
wins.
Yeah.
He gets what he wanted.
Part of me wonders in this moment too, does John Doe want him to do a murder-suicide? Is he expecting that as well? Or does
Yes. I think he's accepting killing Tracy as the seventh body.
that
But
his body that he can claim? Because
Sure,
he can't
sure.
claim if I'm saying because he needs each sin to have died. I mean, I guess the one technically isn't dead yet, but it's like he's
I don't know, because I guess he's just saying that wrath is the prevailing one because that's the one that gets to live. Because he would have let Pride live in theory
sure
if
in
she would have
theory.
picked up the phone.
I suppose that's true. Yeah, because then like Sloth is technically alive,
Sloth
but I mean, like,
technically, but
I
he's
don't know
gonna
if he
be
was
dead.
right.
Yeah.
He's as good as dead. I'm still wondering if he expected him to turn the gun on himself too after that.
I don't know.
And so, like, in
folks
a
at
way,
home,
he
let us
doesn't
know
technically
what you
win, but he
think.
does win still. You know,
He
like,
wins.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like I think that it's completing the
yeah.
mission because he has proven that
proven
I
it.
can make this man wrath.
He's
And-
he's falling into his sin, like everybody
he's falling
else.
into his sin. Yeah, so that's where I think like it's Joker-esque, where it's like I'm going to prove that the best of us can fall. That's enough for him. But I get your point. Mm-hmm. Somerset just stands there because he knows humanity is lost. Like this is it. This
right,
is the
he
end.
can't stop him.
Mills is in shock after he shoots him. So
Well, Mills has
he
a flash,
cries,
a literal flash of his wife's
literal
face,
flash of
and
his
that's
wife.
what snaps. That's
And
what
he's
makes
like,
him
"Yep,
snap. That's
I'm
it. I
doing
can't
it."
do it.
Yeah.
I have to.
So he shoots him, and then he just unloads the clip on him, and Somerset just stands there because he's like, "What am I gonna do?"
Right.
You know, like that's I knew he was gonna do that.
The helicopter.
And
goes
then
nuts.
Mills-
Oh fuck! He shot him. He
Yeah, he shot him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Mills just walks away.
Yes.
Like a stranded in the desert. His
Yeah,
humanity
he looks
is
completely
gone.
Yeah, they're
Which
back
was
to back now.
Somerset's-
They're both both of them having turned their back.
In different directions
Yes.
and everything. Yes, very symbolic. And Somerset's whole point was like, if you shoot him, you're not going to feel anything anymore. Like, you're going to not only prove that he was right, but you're going to
Lose
have
yourself.
nothing left. You're going to lose yourself. Mm-hmm. But to your point, Rachel, when he sees a flash of his wife, he's like,
He doesn't.
I
He
don't
lost it
have
all
anything.
anyways. It's
It
gone.
doesn't matter anymore. So what's the difference? We see him then in the back of a cop car. Ermy and Somerset watch him go away. We'll take care of him.
Like whatever he needs.
I think that they genuinely mean that. Like, he's going to end up in some sort of institution because of this.
Probably.
and or just like in some sort of protection custody because he's gonna try to kill himself. Like
I could
probably
imagine
will
that.
be
Absolutely.
And Ermi says, "Where are you gonna be?" And
Around.
Freba goes, "Round." So he's still retiring, but he's getting the hell out of there.
I think he has to at this point. Yeah.
They said this was a tacked on part by the studio. Fincher wanted the movie to end with Mills walking one way and Somerset standing there facing the other direction. Mm-hmm. That was supposed to be the ending, just credits on that. The studio or the audiences weren't satisfied with that.
Enough.
So yeah, they wanted a little bit more closure.
Sometimes I want closure, sometimes I don't need it. And I feel like I've even watched a couple movies recently where all of a sudden I'm like, that's it? That's where you're going to end it?
Yeah.
And I've had that feeling, so I could see that happening with this.
I think it would have been fine.
I think it would have been okay with this one, the way it moves, but...
I don't know what you get out of this other than knowing that they took Mills into some sort of custody, and Somerset is like, well, that's the end of me, and just like kind of leaves.
We also get the last line where Somerset's talking over, right? And we're seeing the scene of them kind of figuring what the hell to do now with his body and everything going on. And it's Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part. It's not a fine place, but it's worth fighting for.
But I'm going to fight for it, yeah.
I think the idea was they wanted to, as they compromised. Because you were talking about the fact that there were going to be other ways of ending this to make it less awful and sad and brutal, right?
Yeah, less
this is their compromise. The world is a horrible place, but you have to fight for it anyways.
Sure.
Right? Otherwise, it just ends on bad guy wins.
Yeah, everything sucks. The bad guy won. Mm-hmm. Sure. And the bad guy still won, but yes, Somerset didn't lose his humanity. Mm-hmm. Or maybe even learned about it.
Right. Learned.
We still have to fight
for it. Because his apathy kind of lifted a little bit here, where it was just like, no, I have to fight to protect people and things, and I still have to keep fighting.
Yeah, so I could see that. I could see that where it's a bit of a compromise where it's like, no, if you just leave it at that, it's like the world sucks and everyone sucks, and
you're just gonna make people depressed.
which is usually Fincher's MO. But that is the end of Se7en, one of the most acclaimed movies by the internet, of course. Rachel, after all of that was said and done, we have walked through the movie. What is your answer to that most important of questions that we ask here at Shelf Life? Does Se7en have shelf life?
It's an interesting movie. It's a noir. It's a crime story. It's dark. It's grotesque in some ways, right? It kind of captures you. It can capture you to want to know more and know more what's going on in the story. Sadly, it does have some parallels with the real world and stuff going on in different parts of the world and things of that nature. So you can kind of see the nihilistic view of everything. Is this something, for me, I always have to do this, right? Where I go, is this something that I'm going to want to return to? This is definitely one that is a discussable. You can talk about it, you can and parallel it to different things, and it's all of that. I'm tempted to put it in the box. I think it needs to be in a box.
Rachel's one of the deadly sins is temptation to the box.
I'm tempted to put it into Pandora's box. No, it just feels like, because I feel like I don't want it to just, I don't think it's a shelf. I don't know. I have this weird feeling about it.
Rewatching it.
I don't think I have to. I think it was like, okay, I watched this. I got the feelings from it. I can discuss it. I can talk about it. And maybe evaluate it or look at it down the line, bring it out every once in a while when you're in, like, wanting that horrible crime drama noir, right? But I don't think it needs to be on the shelf. I think it could be a watch, because especially since it does have twists to it. And so I think I would put it in the box, which I know that sounds really silly. But there's the what's in the box, and then I'm putting it in the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Rachel's doing it for the gimmick, so that we can go, what? It's in the box. It's in the box.
But it's not one where I'm just like, it's not on the shelf. It's like, it's a throwaway. I don't think it's a throwaway. I don't think it is. I think it still has a lot of substance. It's the cinematography is great. The lighting and all of that. The acting is fantastic. I'm like on the fence of putting it actually on the shelf. That's why I kind of feel like it has to be in the box.
Sure. This is one where I think I warned people. This is a really, really good movie. Mm-hmm. It's a great movie. It is a great movie. But that's not the name of the show. So it's like, this is one of those examples where it's like, I think this movie's great.
Yeah.
I don't need to own this. I don't need this movie.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it's really hard to
I'd be okay with it
distinguish.
on DVD in a box.
Yeah. I think
where I'm like,
I think
that's
that there's
fine.
I think
want
that
it
there's
available.
ways. Yeah, I think that there's definitely. I only say that because I think that there's a contingent of people out there that will associate not being on the shelf with bad.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
and
it's
being
bad.
on the shelf as good, and that is not it. It has never been it. It never will be our criteria. We have bad movies on the shelf.
Yes.
We have rejected stuff from the shelf that I consider good. That's not the reasoning for something making the shelf. It's having it in your collection because you have an affinity towards it, that you want to rewatch it, that you want to own it, that you want it for posterity, that you want to pass it on, pass it down, do whatever. Mm-hmm. There is something about it that is so off-putting about Se7en, purposely so.
Oh, of course.
That makes you feel like, I don't want to see this again. I'm glad I saw this. I'm glad I analyzed this. I'm glad that I had that opportunity, but I don't need to ever do it again.
Yeah.
There's movies out there that are
there's gonna be a lot of movies out there like that.
purposefully that do that on purpose. Mm-hmm. And I think that Se7en is one that does that. The credits, by the way, almost go like in reverse. Like it always, I don't know what about it, because like there's special credits that's not just the black with white text. Like there's like the composition notebook style, and it feels like instead of going the right direction, it's going the other way, which I don't think is true. It's just because of all the crazy crap going on. It's got a very nihilistic viewpoint. It's very well directed. It's very well acted. So I'm like trying to figure it out like you are, Rachel. That tension buildup in the final scene is a damn masterclass.
Yeah.
I think that scene is absolutely fantastic. Mm-hmm. It is probably one of the best scenes in movie history. That scene should be preserved. We need to like download that scene and make sure that scene is protected. That scene belongs in the museum. Mm-hmm. I don't think the whole movie does. I don't think that there's enough spawned from this outside of a lot of copycats in the 90s and early aughts that I'd be like, oh yeah, put it in the museum and we'll be done with it. That scene does, though.
Sure.
I just don't know if I'm going to like want to come back to this. It's an icky movie. It makes you feel icky.
It does make you feel kind of icky. But it's one of those where it's like, do I want a scary moment? Do I want to feel icky?
Yeah, because like there are horror movies out there that don't make me feel icky like this.
Right.
And there are some horror movies where I think that they're actually good horror movies, but they make you feel gross. And it's like, well, it's effective, but like I don't want to watch that again.
Right.
Because like it did its job. It set out to do its job. This sets out to do its job and does an exceptional job of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want this preserved somewhere. So I can't do the box because I did the box with zombies. And I was like, I only want to do one box per
Spoilers for zombies
volume.
if you haven't listened to that one. I'm sorry, go on. What were you
Sure.
going to say, though?
No, that's true. But anyway, Why would you skip zombies to listen to this first? I guess if this is your first episode of Shelf
That's
Life,
right.
go back and listen to why. So I'm thinking about this, and there are two scenarios where I would be okay with adding this. One is a digital shelf where I have access to it.
I like that.
The other is, like you're saying, it is a resale. Get it because you found it and you just want it.
Yeah,
and that's a box scenario. So I guess overall, I'm saying digital shelf.
Okay.
It's so icky. So digital shelf is my answer to this overall, but I'm kind of with you on the box. I just
You just don't want to put too much in a box. It's fine. I'm putting it in the box.
It's got a fucking head in there already, and now I got to figure out how to put this damn 4K in the fucking thing. Won't fucking close. I got it.
You gotta pull back on that wrath there, hun.
It is a problem. Now all of my Captain America bobbleheads are falling over.
This is what you get. You gotta calm down.
So that was Se7en, directed by David Fincher. Cross it off the list in your chicken scratch serial killer handwriting.
Yeah.
It is in the box.
We had to put it in the box.
Oh,
It
yeah.
had to be put in the box.
What? Wait, it's in the box?
It's
in the box!
It's in
the box! It's in the box! It's in the box! There. Okay, we did the gimmick. I hope you're all fucking happy.
You're welcome.
7 volumes, episode 7. Subject like 62 or something, so that really doesn't mean anything.
And it's in the box.
No, it's not even divisible by 7, but it's in the box. So they're almost divisible by 7. All right, Rachel. So that's another one. That's another serial killer fetish porn type of movie for us to cross off.
Thanks for that.
I have other ones.
Of course, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of these, like, and this is probably the top of the heap of those movies.
Potentially.
Those, like, Alex
We'll
Cross
have to
style
see.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the John Grisham style stuffs. Like, we'll see. But man, oh man, I am going to go sit on the couch for a while, kind of not do anything, maybe eat a lot of food. Look up some like women that or something online.
I think you need reflect
kind of get
on that
angry
a
at the
little bit.
news.
Well,
a
I mean,
bit.
that's really easy
See if
to
I
do
can.
right nowadays.
I gotta check my stocks and stuff like that. Definitely get jealous of a lot of the people that are better than me while I'm thinking on the couch. That's definitely a part of it. Just see where life takes me, you know.
Well, see,
because I am the best at doing all of those things.
I think you should take a walk.
Oh.
Yeah. Touch some grass, maybe. Feel the breeze through your hair.
As long as you promise not to kill me, Rachel. As long as you promise not to kill me. Well, I guess all that being said, would you turn me in?
No, I promise.
In a heartbeat.
I promise.
Anyway, we'll go back to all of our lives where the sins are plentiful. Until next time, I have been Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
And this has been Shelf Life, the 7 edition. 7.
Magic, mayhem, and murder.
And murder.
Well? Sorry? What? Oh, I've been invited to a late supper at your apartment. I accept.
How's that?